Take a back. Why you do that? You bring the grip with a rapping, baby. Take a back. Why you do that? Bring the grip with a rapping, girl. Not even a piece of string or a nice gift of it. Not even piece of cotton. The girl that put everything all up to the neighbor see. But this lady break for me. She had the Christmas tree and we're sticking tongue properly. I'm questioning her, have I been a good friend? I'm questioning have I been a good friend? Cause I know all them months before Christmas have been good friends. So tell me why you bring the gifts just so then? Take a bag. Why you do that? You bring the gift without wrapping, baby. Take a bag. Why you do that? Bring the gift without wrapping, girl. Take a bag. Why you do that? You bring the gift without wrapping, baby. Take a bag. Why you do that? Bring the gift without wrapping, girl. And no more fast. She buy a gift for my chat. Then she go to Giselle and buy an iPhone Pro Max. When I see the box, it make me glad. The woman bring all the special thing and none no rap. Baby, tell me have I been mean to you? And have I been rude to you? I know I've been cold to you. So why do you treat me so? Last night for me birthday, you treat me the worst way. And now we come Christmas Day, it's like you don't appreciate me. Take a bag. Why you do that? You bring the gift without wrapping, baby. Take a bag. Why you do that? You bring the gift without wrapping. Yes, yes. It's that time of the year. We drink the limeade and we having fun. That's why I say Christmas, Christmas. I tell you we love you. I tell you we love the Christmas. From the glass 9 morning, when we having fun, when we having fun. Oh gosh, we have meat piling, Granny baking, serenading, all night, we together again, storytelling, while we cooking, we alright. So give me room, let me enjoy my Christmas. Show some love to my neighbors, give something to the needy. Don't blame me, now me greedy. Come let we have some fun. Come let we try and light up the song. Invite the old and bring in the young and start the new year with a celebration. Sing Christmas, Christmas. I tell you we love you. I tell you we love the Christmas. From the class 9 morning, when we having fun, when we having fun. That's why I say Christmas, Christmas. I tell you we love you. I tell you we love the Christmas. From the class 9 morning, when we having fun, we love the Christmas. Yeah, we love the Christmas. Come let we light up the villages. Come let we light up the town. I pass it by all my friends and them. Bring out the smoke, bring out the rum. One thing I love about the season, everybody get together as one. Fun, black cake and the sour juice, and give me a slice of the ham. I can't wait for the 9 morning. Carry the phantom up to Zion Hill. Sandy be me gone for the light up. From fancy to Richmond right up. I can't wait for the 9 morning. Carry the phantom up to Zion Hill. Sandy be me gone for the light up.
Just say up my way this year. I stink again. Jumping up on the edge on the brink again. This year when I link again, I jamming up on a gal she wink again. I'm big and a bad and a shameless. Drinking until me legs can't support. A shameless. If I stick my finger down my throat, then a shameless. Tell security lift up the road, cause a shameless. I jumping in strong, they say I too damn disgusting. On the road I still wash through. I'm pulling feathers and bus string. And as I reach baseline must flame. How big and how bad? My girl waiting home and I still can't reach it. After the Juve, I ain't leave the beach yet. She find me with gal when she check. Gold around my neck like C-Tech. I fit in first class with pre-check. No she vex. This year I stink again. Jumping up on the edge on the brink again. This year when I link again, I jamming up on a gal she wink again. say I'm too damn disgusting. On the road I still busting. I'm pulling feathers and busting. And as I reach waistline busting.
Oh, my girl, you bend down and shake that thing. Now I don't know how to function. Oh, my girl, you make me walking on me knee and put a ring on your hand. Oh, my girl, why you only want to tease me up in this shop? Oh, my girl, I feel like you have something all up in me friends. And look at you, I don't see no other girl. I don't know what you do, but there's only you I want.
It's like you walking home, yeah.
I want to pull you closer. Cause you have got plenty slackness. Boy, let the madness go. How you have it? So release the jumping girl, come down on my run. Plenty slackness. Boy, let the madness go. How you have it? So release the jumping girl, jump down on my right. Dum 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 dum. Hello, can you girl? Why not bend over? Dum 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 dum. Hello, can you girl? Why not bend over? Oh my girl, you bend down and shake that thing. Now I don't know how to function. Oh my girl, you make me walk bend on me knee and put a ring on your hand. Oh my girl, why you only want to tease me up in this job? Oh my girl, I feel like you put something all up in me hands. And look at you, I don't see no other girl. I don't know what you do, but there's only you I want.
It's like you walking home, yeah.
I want to come with your closer. Cause you have, girl, plenty slackness. Boy, plenty madness. How you have it? So release the jumping girl, come down. Plenty slackness. Boy, plenty madness. Go, how you have it? So release the jumping girl, come down.
Since I'm small, they say me head damage. I drink a rum. Let me see how I go manage. How much rum me go take till we falling, 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 falling. I party and straight till morning, 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 morning. I done on the way to the next fed. Look it calling, calling. Rum and back and all day. Keep it pouring, pouring. No stopping. Look how me head done. Shaking, 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 shaking. I drinking out cases. I tell you, it's the rum to blame. Me head done. Shaking, 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 shaking. Tell them we don't party basic. Tell them it's the rum to blame. The rum to blame. The rum to blame. Look how we head gone. Just look at me. Count to three. Everybody, 3, 2, 1. We head gone. From since I'm small, they say me head damage. I drink a rum. Let me see how I go manage. How much rum me go take till we falling, 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 falling. I party and straight till morning, 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 morning. I done on the way to the next fed. Look it calling, calling. Rum and back and all day. Keep it pouring, pouring. No stopping. Look how me head done. Shaking, 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 shaking. I drinking out cases. I tell you, it's the rum to blame. Me head done. Shaking, 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 shaking. Tell them we don't party basic. Tell them it's the rum to blame. The rum to blame. The rum to blame. The rum to blame. If you look at me, count to three. Everybody, 3, 2, 1. We head gone. From since I'm small, they say me head damage. I drink a rum. Let me see how I go manage. How much rum me go take till we falling, 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 falling. I party and straight till morning, 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 morning. I done on the way to the next fed. Look it calling, calling. Rum and back and all day. Keep it pouring, pouring. No stopping. Look how me head done. Shaking, shaking,
go. She said, coming for a ride, you drive it slow, don't drive it slow. She want all the speed in her, so I let it go. Can't let it go, can't let it go. Tell her front, now she want from the back. From the back, now she want from the front. On top in her windshield mouth, we keep going back and forth. Tell her front, now she want from the back. From the back, now she want from the front. On top in her windshield mouth, we keep going back and forth. She's a front,
The number one morning show in the SVG.
morning.
OMG in the morning.
Come on now.
Come shady. You in here like if you stand up by a bus stop waiting on a van to go. Monday. What does Monday mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? There's no Monday blues around here. What does that mean? What does that mean? It's Monday what?
Monday really bad, man.
I don't know why I have to be dealing with you this morning. Hey, good morning. It's Monday, people, and it's going to be a great one this morning. The Cuban Cutlass who's been renamed again, The Undertaker. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Don't ask me why he's been renamed The Undertaker. I will not say anything. All right, I will not say I don't know, I don't show. But all I know is that he's been renamed The Undertaker. Now, you see, they've got a new computer here in front of me, and I don't know. I can't see the script on them, so I don't know what, how, where, when, why. Okay, so Shady's going to pull them up for me. Yeah, so there we go. Max Pizza in Beckway. Come on. This glasses is for driving, it's not for that. I'm having last night was a kind of a night, boy. Shady boy. Max Pizza and Kitchen Beckway introduced Vinci Pizza delivery every Friday. So this coming Friday, so you can start placing your orders now. Place orders by 10 p.m. Thursday via WhatsApp or call at 528-1854 between 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. Or you can call the restaurant at 458-3474 between 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. All right. All orders would be delivered by a Max representative the following Friday. So this coming Friday, all right, on the wharf for 5:30 p.m. when the Beckway Express come. Come, bring next one. My boy, one boy Shadow Day. What Shadow Day? Shadow should be getting ready to leave the house, or he should have left the house on his way down already. That's SVG Tires. Come, bring him quick. Bring Shadow quick. I can't see it on that computer there. Come. Oh, Lord, shady slow. Oh, what kind of thing you bringing up there? What kind of thing? Oh, Jesus, Lord. People, good morning. It's overcast outside. We got a little bit of rain coming down outside, but don't mind that. We're gonna be good. It's gonna be a good morning. We got so much to tell you about this morning. Hey, listen, we got some backing out for you this morning. All right, and I don't want the Undertaker. Should I do it before the Undertaker come, or should I wait and tell him shut him out? All right, we got that this morning for you. All right, all that and so much more. It's a bit warm in here. Come on, pull it up, Shady. Pull the scripts up so I can read them. Shady, hold on. Hear that microphone there. Yeah. So I had a bout of my blood sugar dropping. But I am committed to being here. So I am here. And don't ask me where here is. You know where here is. Here is the Bacchanal place. Yeah, at SVG Tires, they have a special on tires. Buy at regular price and get the fourth one for free. All right? Check them out. Their stores in Kingston today, or you can call them at 457-1467. Or in Annisville, you know where the store is in Annisville, on your way to Queens Drive in the St. James Medical School building. Yeah, don't get mixed up. The number there is 456-6444. Bring another one, Shady. Bring another one. But I can't see them on that other computer there. Bring another one. Flo. Bring Flo. Bring Flo. Bring up Flo. Bring up Flo. Bring up Flo. Bring up Flo. Yeah. Okay. If you are a prepaid customer of Flo, you can get 2 Samsung. All right. 2 phones. That's right. On a postpaid plan. Flo has a great deal this season, this Christmas season, and it's for you customers who sign up on a large plan. Get 2 Samsung A04 for the ridiculous offer of only $99. What I do is give them $100 and they get back change. All right, give them $100 and get back change. All right, you heard right. That's right. That's what I just said. Give them $100 to get back change. This Christmas season is definitely on Flo. Hurry on in and get your postpaid plan today. Walk out smiling with Flo. That's the way to go. Yeah. Got another one. Got any more? Any more? I see got some drunken thing there. Yeah, bring them. With them. Get ready for a double feature of beats and cheers. Join them for 2 epic Saturdays packed with 2 favorite DJs on December 9th and December 16th. Going down at The Plug in New Montrose. Do you know where that is? Talk quick. You know where that is?
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jesus Lord. You finally know something. All right. It's a blockbuster zest you won't want to miss. All right. Admission only $20 for a merry drunkmas Christmas. That's all right. That's all right. All right. Your night. All right. Go on and have a merry drunkmas. Yeah, that's it. That's it. No. You got any more? You got any more? Nah. Okay. Ready for you to get in the back now until the Undertaker gets here? Oh, here comes the Undertaker. How come you don't tell me good morning, sir? How come you don't tell me good morning, sir? How come you don't tell me good morning, sir? How come you don't tell me good morning, sir? I realize that. Jesus Lord.
Such a horrible weekend. All weekend, I'm getting threats on my phone. Bing took snippets.
I don't know.
Bing took snippets
so why
of
do you
what
think,
I
why
said.
Do you think it's me? Why do you think it's me?
Shady, I'm talking to Shady. Do you
Okay,
mind?
sorry. Okay,
Thank you very much.
Still
Right, so I'm talking to Shady. Shady, you know what Bing did?
How
Bing.
do I get here alone? Get
Bing.
here alone. Put here alone.
No. I'd like to share with you.
As usual.
You know why he does this, Shady? He puts me alone on the screen, right?
Yes.
So he can go and take little snippets out of what I say,
me,
out of context too, I might add. Choose the snippets he wants, then go and publish them on Facebook to make it look like I am slamming the NDP.
Man name. What's the man name for ULP? ULP man name. Why would
Make it look like I somehow hate the NDP.
But
This is the kind of thing that he's doing, all in the name of enhancing his image with the Prime Minister.
Me. The Prime Minister is my friend. Is he your friend? Let's say, is the Prime Minister your friend?
Prime Minister likes to say,
is the Prime Minister your friend?
He has interests.
Okay, is he your interest? Does he have interest in you?
In me, I don't know. You'd have to ask him that. I really wouldn't.
Okay, do you have interest in the Prime Minister?
No, I do not.
You don't have interest in the Prime Minister?
No, he's the Prime Minister.
I hope you're here.
He's the Prime Minister.
I hope you're here.
He's the Prime
the man
Minister.
has no interest at all in you.
No, except
man
when
has
I need,
no. He don't care. He don't
except,
care all about you.
Except when I need money for swimming.
Oh,
And I hope the Prime Minister knows I'm coming to him because I want some money to help host the OECS 2024 Swimming Championships in St. Vincent in November. So, Prime Minister, I'm coming to you either later this year or early in the 2024 year. And I hope you will support us the way you did last time in 2019 when we hosted here. And that was very kind of you and the National Lottery. So I expect that you will continue that support.
So it is because of that why you
I have
slam the NDP like that?
I didn't slam the NDP, Ben.
You
Did I say anything that wasn't true?
Should we pull up
If you wish to. You put it on Facebook.
Shall I pull it up? Me?
But you put
me,
it on Facebook.
Some Ferdinand, Augustine Ferdinand.
I don't
that
know
that is
Augustine
Augustine Ferdinand is
anyway,
one of the ULP main guys.
So Shady, I get the messages. He's threatening me, you know. Him and then coming up with a new name for me. I am the Undertaker, and I'm trying to kill the NDP. And then Shady, he says to me this morning, I have something I have to say about somebody, but I'm going to pick on you because you have a short fuse, and I'm going to pretend it's you I'm talking to, and really I'm throwing words for somebody else. This is the kind of human being we're dealing with.
Oh, Shady.
Yeah, and yesterday afternoon, to top it all off, Shady. To top it all off yesterday afternoon, I'm out at the airport doing me and my girlfriend sometimes go for a walk around the back of the airport. Right? It's a wonderful walk. Okay? It's about an hour and a half walk from one end to the other and back, right? Really love the exercise, very nice and pleasant. And I see this big, fancy, expensive-looking Jeep coming towards the Shady. It looks like the one outside. And I thought 1, 2, 3.
Looking for you.
I thought Shady, right? 1, 2, 3 couldn't possibly be out here because what would he be doing in Raraku?
Looking for
right?
you because you told us.
All right.
Grant and I went looking for you.
Next thing, Shady. Grant wasn't wrong. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyway.
Grant and I went
Shady,
looking for you.
What is Bing? So I've shot him down. He didn't want to stop, you know. He drove past me and I yelled, bang, to make sure he knew that I knew it was him. So he finally stopped. He paused, you know. So, of course, I went up to the window to look inside to see who else was inside.
And go ahead.
Much to my surprise, there was no female inside.
Finally,
inside.
Finally, there's a truth coming from this guy.
You see? Finally. So the question then is, what the heck is he doing out at Raraku on Sunday evening at 5:30 or 6 o'clock?
You told me.
It was already getting dark. It was 5:30, 6 o'clock. What are you talking about?
What time did you tell us to
At 4 o'clock.
That's the time you tell us to come?
Yeah.
Is it Shady?
You see now,
There
Shady?
is something called red herrings, right? Something called red herrings, okay? And this is exactly what he's good at, right?
On the positive side, Shady.
This is exactly what he's good
I
at.
had some nice chocolate cake on the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Nice chocolate cake, which of course you wouldn't know about.
I can't.
Then you keep sending me these articles about St. Vincent being the lowest salary place and and all kinds of stupidness you keep sending.
What is
Why
in
you keep sending me these articles?
What was in these articles?
Well, we could talk about that in a while.
Talk about that.
There's no rush on that.
Okay. Shady, what time is it? What time is it now?
It is now 7:30. Good time to play some ads.
Okay. All right. Shady, you got some ads lined up there? Because I want to get into something this morning.
You do?
I want to get into something.
Is this against me again?
And I want to use you as an example.
He wants to use me. Use me.
As an example.
You just want to use
what
me.
I want to get into this morning. It's not necessarily about you, right? Okay, I want to use Shady. All right, Shady.
No, you can use me. It's okay.
I could use you.
You said I can't take abuse and so on, so therefore you want to use me.
Shady, you ready? Let's get some commercials and get going and come right back. Okay, let's go, Shady. Go.
Are you looking for that honest, competent, reliable, trustworthy, and professional service to protect and transport your cash? Look no further than Amalgamated Security Services. Our trained
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Hello, champions. I am Sinclair Stapleton, your best friend. Today I'm here to introduce you to the red and green Lviv Food Herbal Supplements. These products are going to help you to alleviate sickness and pains from your body. They contain 5 powerful fruits and vegetables: noni, acai, mangosteen, pomegranate, and goji berry. And what they do is that they are going to alkaline your body and help you to get rid of sickness and pains from your body. To get in touch with me, contact me at 784-454-7000. Let me repeat, 784-454-7000. I leave you with this tip. Every time you eat, you're either feeding a disease or you're fighting it. Ciao.
When using a conventional security camera with infrared lighting for night monitoring, people, vehicles or other important objects can be blurry and blend into the background, making it difficult to identify details in black and white. ColourView technology by Hikvision enables cameras to produce colourful videos with rich details in extremely low light environments. Any detailed information, such as the colour of the hair and skin, colour of the clothing, will play a critical role in following authority investigations. The ColourView camera is also covered with a supplemental light to keep its performance even in extremely dark scenarios. ColourView. View in colour, even in darkness.
Listen, I'm a mojito connoisseur. I've drank mojitos near and far. And when you want a good mojito, trust me, the only place to get it is Culture Barranca.
Cables, find that at Corazes. We have everything for your home at Corazes. Located in Kingstown, located in Annisville. Pembroke, Diamonds and Beckwith. Shop at Corazes. Hardware, Corazes. Helpful Blaze, Corazes. One Blaze, Corazes. Corazes. Corazes.
St. Vincent Chapel Trinity. Mark your calendars. It's the Everything Vincent Expo 1.
What you gonna do when the rain is coming down? Nothing more to do when there's no one else around. Bring it back to the middle, push, take it back to the rhythm. Keep it up for good when the sky's falling down. All you gotta do is to bring it to the ground. Hit it up to your inner mode. Stop, start, down. Nobody can get what you're going through.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Hello champions, I am Sinclair Stapleton, your best friend. Today I'm here to introduce you to the red and green Lviv Food Herbal Supplements. These products are going to help you to alleviate sickness and pains from your body. They contain 5 powerful fruits and vegetables: noni, acai, mangosteen, pomegranate and goji berry. And what they do is that they are going to alkaline your body and help you to get rid of sickness and pains from your body. To get in touch with me, contact me at 784-454-7000. Let me repeat, 784-454-7000. I leave you with this tip. Every time you eat, you're either feeding a disease or you're fighting it. Ciao.
When using a conventional security camera with infrared lighting for night monitoring, people, vehicles or other important objects can be blurry and blend into the background, making it difficult to identify details in black and white. ColourView technology by Hikvision enables cameras to produce colourful videos with rich details in extremely low light environments. Any detailed information, such as the colour of the hair and skin, colour of the clothing, will play a critical role in following authority investigations. The ColourView camera is also coupled with a supplemental light to keep its performance even in extremely dark scenarios. ColourView. View in colour, even in darkness.
Listen, I'm a mojito connoisseur. I've drank mojitos near and far. And when you want a good mojito, trust me, the only place to get it is Culture Bar and Grill.
Find that at Corazes. We have everything for your home at Corazes. Located in Kingston, located in Annaselle. Down Brock, Diamonds and Backwell. Shop at Corazes. Hardware Corazes. Transport Black Corazes. One Black Corazes. Corazes.
Gonna move one on your feet. Couple soul after that. And I'm clear and smart, I'm alright, I'm straight. And I'm clear and smart, I'm straight. Expensive beats in my Panama. I'm still a bite with the dollar. You just fly up. Just fly up. Come a cut for me, come a father. Girl, I am too smooth, must a Cadillac. Must a Cadillac. Must a Cadillac. Purple jeans on, girl, yeah, the Benz and leaves on. Police don't know what we want. When the pan lucky for days, me I live on PCH. Skull again, they live for days. Can't breathe for days.
The number one morning show in the SBG.
Morning.
OMG in the morning.
Come on now.
That's us, and we got on the takeaway with us this morning, as per usual. And every now and then, Grant changes his name, and we know why, but we won't tell you.
Grant,
we won't tell you
my
why.
name is the Gem, okay?
The Gem.
The Gem, the green-eyed monster. Although I happen to think I'm a gem too, but that's okay. That's all right. His interpretation. How are you?
So
I had a wonderful weekend, too. You know what I did too, Bing? I actually watched and learned something this weekend. It was fascinating to learn.
What was that?
You know, about the zodiac signs, the constellations in the universe, how they're related to religion. Where did the fantasy world come up of? You know, because they have all these myths throughout a lot of different cultures and societies in the world about, you know, somebody being of a virgin birth, somebody being dead for 3 days and rising again, and all of these things. And you wonder, where do these things come from? And it really is interesting to hear some of the theories about where they come from and why people feel this way. It's not just in the Christian religion. They all have very similar stories that they tell. Right? And these are from ancient times, you know, from the Egyptian Horus times. And, you know, did you know, for example, apparently that obviously, you know, there's 12 zodiac signs. Right? Did you know it takes about 2,500 years to go from one sign to the other? Did you know apparently the sun had just left one sign. Can't remember which it was now. Was it Taurus? I'm not sure. Can't remember. But was entering at around AD 1, and it lasts about 2,500 years roughly. From about AD 1 until, I guess, the next until year 2,500 roughly, or 2150 or whatever it is. We're in the Pisces sign now. Right? Yeah, Pisces. Did you also know that the 3 stars, Orion's belt, they line up at a certain angle on December 24th?
That being said, you will not be celebrating
point at where
Christmas.
The sun rises on December 24th.
You will not be celebrating Christmas.
So on the 25th, you see that, right? I love Christmas. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. But I'm just pointing out to you, it's
you believe in Santa Claus?
How these myths arise. Santa Claus is Santa Claus is it. Santa Claus is the best. The best. Much better than your God. So, but it's just interesting to learn things, Bing, and question and say, wow, that is interesting.
Right after concert, 8 o'clock, I want to unpack something.
You want to abuse somebody?
No, I'm not going to abuse. I'm not going to abuse. You always been abused. Okay. I want to unpack something that came out of the House of Parliament. I sat on the weekend and
You saw even more clips.
I went back and I looked.
You need to get a life.
No. It's important because Parliament tells us what is happening in our country and what is going to happen and the policies that makes up, you know, how the country is going to run. And I mean, it's entertaining. As according to you guys, it's a preschool. Yes, but it also got some
a lot of toddlers occupied.
Yeah, some stuff in it that tells us what, especially around this time where budget is coming.
Okay.
And I went back and I looked at some stuff, and you will be surprised. And this morning, I brought some audio of some stuff that took place.
That was said.
That was said, right?
In this parliament, no?
In this parliament, which took place last week, right? And I'm going to use you.
Again.
I'm going to use you again, right?
Yes.
As my preamble to get into it.
Okay.
However, Council is backstage, right?
So we'll do that after you.
We'll do that after Council finishes at 8 o'clock. All right. So Shirley, let's go. Let's waste no time. Bring him on time this morning. StreamYard is up. Let's
Plain Talk. Plain Talk with Jumo Thomas.
So much things to say right now.
All your talk now
on OMG.
Yeah. Bring him forward, please. If you still can't get him going, bring him forward.
Hello.
Good morning, Council. Good morning. We're not seeing you. Just okay. There you go.
Good morning. New haircut?
Good morning. Yes.
I heard he got to clean up this weekend.
Yes, I went to in the barber shop. Yes.
Nice. Very nice.
Good morning, most of all, dear listeners.
Good morning, Joe.
I
heard you had a good haircut this weekend, boy.
Well, I don't know if it looks that way to you, but I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it. Where are we now in terms of homicides?
Where are we now with regards to what?
Homicides.
Are we still not at 51?
Yeah, I think we're still at 51.
Don't worry, Jomo. We'll get past the 52.
No, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I'm very concerned.
Oh. Okay.
Not so much that what we would get past, but what this means for St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Yes.
And our economy.
You know,
investors come into St. Vincent.
Why do you all think it'll mean anything?
Are you all not a little surprised? Well, maybe surprised is the wrong word, and maybe concerned is a better word. That here we are, galloping past last year's record. We're about 25% more homicides this year than we had last year, and about 30% more homicides than we had in 2021. And it does not seem to faze the nation or the governing politicians. And when I talk about government politics, I know I'm talking about both the government and the opposition. You get a feeling that is business as usual. Oh, what do you expect? Is almost something similar to, I remember years ago, a government minister used to, when talking about a road, he would simply say, everybody knows that the roads are bad in St. Vincent, as if he genuflects to that and he goes on to other things. And are we not genuflecting to the sad state of affair as it relates to homicides, and they're just moving on to other things? And how is it we are becoming comfortable with bad news or sad state of affairs? In some other jurisdictions across the Caribbean, particularly in Jamaica, gas prices go up and people protest. Unemployment is high and people demonstrate. There are a lot of homicides and there are visuals and all kind of other manifestations of different people expressing concern. But if last week were to be a guide, look at what caused the most chatter. An idea that in a 400-page document, and I'm not saying that we should not be concerned, that in a 400-page document, there is some notion that we would be asked to make abortions legal, to allow for same-sex marriages and other transgender issues. And that had us in a tizzy. Now, if we allow any of those things that we seem to be so exercised about, so agitated about, in a real sense, we may not have a lot of dislocation, economic, social, or even psychological dislocation, as if we were to continue on this mad rush. Because if we are at 51 now, 51 homicides now, with at least another 4 weeks to go before the year ends, would we be comfortable settling for 55 this year, and 65 next year, and 75 the other year? Are we comfortable per capita being the murder capital of the world? If we are not there yet, we are rapidly approaching that. We have now, it is highly likely that we have eclipsed Jamaica and Trinidad in terms of homicides, doing the international calculation of homicides for 100,000, because whereas in Jamaica we have about 3.6 million, and in Trinidad we might have 2 million. In St. Vincent we only have 100,000. But what gets us upset? What gets us? I'm not just talking chattering. I'm talking what moves us to action. What is our tolerance level when do we say enough is enough? When do we come to the conclusion that the amount of drugs, particularly imported drugs like cocaine and crack, is enough? When do we decide that the bad roads, particularly the bad roads in the villages and off main road, are just too much for us to tolerate? And when do our national leaders come to the understanding that with all of these bad roads in the villages and towns, that we are spending, we are actually giving away millions of dollars, because with all of the vehicles we have to change engine mounts and tires and brakes, and well, we don't have a lot of clutches anymore, but people who drive know what they have to change and the frequency with which they have to change them. When would we say enough is enough? When would we conclude that poverty is, we're not making a dent? That when the government came in, we had like about 37%, and now after 23 years almost, we are now either equal to 37% or have gone past that. When would we express outrage about that? And is it because we don't express sufficient outrage because those of us who can talk the most, or who have a window through which to speak, a voice, a microphone, a megaphone in our hand, are so comfortable with our existence that we may mouth a few words, but we go back to our race and class and comfort? When would we say that unemployment is too high and move the governing elite to seriously do something about it or get out of the way? When would we conclude that underemployment is the new normal in St. Vincent? So we have young people on the YES program making what? I don't know. I remember it used to be $4. It's probably $600-700 now per month. We have people on the other programs making $1,000, $1,200 per month. Some of these people are university graduates. When would we say that underemployment is a major problem? And if we don't think it's a major problem, I saw trending over the weekend and certainly this morning, this new report which says that in terms of remuneration, in terms of pay for positions, St. Vincent comes dead last. When would that concern us in terms of how our people hold body and soul together? How our people get to do the things that they need to do to reproduce themselves? I remember a few years ago, I was in a conversation at Heritage Square, and I was making the point that on average, income in St. Vincent is about $1,200, I think I said $1,200. And there was a tsunami of criticism. Many of the people there worked in the civil service. And I remember one particular gentleman leading the charge. He was prepared to chase me off the street for saying that income in St. Vincent was so low. And part of the reason why that's the case is that he was quite comfortable. You know, he had a nice car, he had a good job, he strongly supported the government, and he thought that my expression about what was the average income was an expression of political bile rather than an attempt to do an objective analysis of the dismal economic reality in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I don't know about some of us. What I do know, and this is why I try to take positions that are aligned with people who are at the bottom of the social ladder, who are vulnerable, who are unemployed, who are catching the nenen to make ends meet, because I live that experience. You know, so I always have sympathy for people who would put up a tray on the street or push a cart on the street trying to sell something. I always have sympathy for somebody who's hustling to make ends meet. I'm not talking about people who go on people's fruit trees and steal their fruits and vegetables and come into the market and sell it. I have real disdain and opposition to those kind of people. But certainly, where you are trying to make an honest living, I hate to see officialdom getting in your way and trying to force you to abandon your quote-unquote legitimate effort, but probably just sit at home and doing nothing. I just thought that are we not allowing ourselves to be made accustomed to outrageous realities, whether it's crime or poverty or drugs or bad roads or unemployment or underemployment? Are we not too comfortable? And if we are comfortable, or if we have been made comfortable, isn't it time for us to rouse ourselves to say something has to give, and for us to begin to interrogate and question what needs to give in order for there to be a fighting chance that those at the lower echelons of Vincentian society would get a chance. I remember on Facebook over the weekend, somebody asked me what percentage of the Vincentian population I thought was economically comfortable. And I thought about saying 10%, and then I settled for 5%. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but those were my thoughts. And if only 5% of us are economically comfortable, who can exist beyond a paycheck or two, we are in serious trouble. And I just wanted us to reflect on those thoughts and ideas this morning. It's 8 o'clock. That's my voice. That's my conversation today.
Council, I want to thank you very much. Unfortunately, we won't be able to come back because we got.
That is all right, sir. Until we meet again.
You know, they had.
But Jomo, could we continue this tomorrow?
Christmas commercials.
Because I think they're very important points here, and we'd like to continue this tomorrow, please. Particularly, I'd ask you, in your opinion, so you can think about it, who's voting for whom in what are people, you know? So give it some thought, and we'll have a chat tomorrow.
Who's doing what?
Which segment of the population?
Which segments of the population do you think is supporting or voting for which parties? You know,
okay.
So, and what is the impact on those segments of the party?
So let's make that a conversation for tomorrow.
Yeah, yes. Thank you, Jomo.
Shady, let's go to the top. It's 8 o'clock in SVG and the Eastern Caribbean. Let's do this and come right back. Let's go, Shady.
Share out the Christmas with Boom 1069.
Sharing our love, our passion, and our goodwill to one another.
Share out the laughter and fun. Shino vibes like rice and peas on a Christmas morning.
Make time for friends and family this season.
Sharing the Boo family with your family.
Let's share out the Christmas with Boom 1069.
What's up, SVG? It's your boy Millennium Kid. Just want to let you guys know to share the love, share the laughter, share the joy, and share it with us this Christmas on Boom 1069.
Yeah. So that was an interesting commentary there from you.
I thought it was very interesting. A lot of digging to doing that for the rest of the week, I think.
Yes, that
opens up a whole can of
yes,
worms. Absolutely.
Yes.
By the way, Shady, thank you very much for that song. It always puts me in a great mood, buddy. Parang's
the Christmas mood.
Yeah. And I think Bowman and Luton, those are one of the few people who are trying to continue that kind of tradition with a similar kind of music too.
Yeah, especially the Bowmans.
It is nice, especially the Bowmans. And Luton too. Luton does a great job too for all these years.
And CP.
I haven't heard anything from CP this year.
Well, he normally comes in. Yeah, he will come. Yeah, he will come again.
Yeah, you're right. It's nice.
Anyway, I want to get into something that I started before Counter came on, and I said I want to use you as my preamble.
Oh yeah.
Because you normally say very often that if you have a friend, and your friend is doing something bad, you have an obligation to tell your friend, listen, what you're doing, you're doing stupidness. Yeah, or below the cattle tail.
You do.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
No. I consider Prime Minister Gonsalves my friend. Everybody know that. There's no secret about that. Right?
You've said it numerous times.
Numerous times.
Not sure he considers you his friend, but that's another story.
I think he considers me my friend. I think so, right? I know he's listening. However, I went back and I looked at what transpired in the House of Parliament last week.
The preschool in Calico.
Yeah, the preschool in Calico. And I was shocked to my core. And I want to speak to my friend Prime Minister Gonsalves this morning based on what I heard in the House of Parliament last week. As a leader
of our country,
which we have 51 murders, a record, a big record for a population of 103 to 110,000 people. All right, Shady, you got those recordings? Where are you going to play them for me? In where? StreamYard? No. From you? All right, you pull it up. Play the interaction between Prime Minister Gonsalves and the leader of the opposition for me, please. All right? Go ahead, Shady.
Thank the people who came out on the streets yesterday, who heeded the call of the New Democratic Party, who came out and exercised their democratic right to protest, to demand better from the government, and to challenge the government in the things that they're doing wrong, and it's many. The people came out and exercised their democratic right. While we were in the parliament doing the business of the people, they were outside on the street saying that democracy is not just about what happens in parliament, it is what happens here in the streets of Kingston, what happens in our communities, what we feel in our heart about what is happening in our country. And I am so pleased that the people came out. They were determined, they were robust, they were strong, they were committed, they were courageous. And I applaud them for that. And I urge them to come back out tomorrow. That's Thursday tomorrow, because the parliament continues and the problems continue in our country. So we must continue with the protest action. And the police yesterday, I know there were some incidents, but I want to send this message that the police also have a duty to protect the protesters. And many of them showed restraint, but there were others who went over the top. Tomorrow, we expect that they are going to be there to see that the people exercise their democratic rights and to protect them as well from abuse. Let us continue to hope for better for this country. What you're coming for is that you're demanding that nothing less than fresh elections are going to save this country. We have a government in place now that didn't get the majority support of the people. So it's a minority government that's here. Majority rule is that real flesh and blood people vote for the party that they want to form their government. Fresh elections is what we have as our primary objective in encouraging the people to stand up for the democratic right, so that they will.
What did you get from that? What did you get from hearing?
I thought Friday was speaking eloquently and decently and making his points.
About what? What did you hear him say?
In my view, he seemed to be talking about people's rights, and they have a right to come out and protest and to object to the government if they're not happy with them. And that he would like to see that the country have elections sooner rather than later.
Right.
That's what I'm hearing.
This took place how many years ago? When
Prime
Minister Gonsalves got his head bust.
Right. Yeah, that was a long time. Oh, that was an old tape.
That was an old tape.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Now, let's go to another tape, Shady, in which Prime Minister Gonsalves is stating that I have nothing to do with him. I'm not speaking to him.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to him. If I have anything to say, I write to him. They go to another tape, Shady. But Prime Minister Gonsalves now. We just heard what Dr. Friday said outside of Parliament. All right? Let's hear what Prime Minister Gonsalves would have said now, Shady. Bring it, please. Bring it.
One occasion, I would have spoken to the Honorable Leader of the Opposition, but I tell you I ain't talking to him. I spoke to the Honorable Member for Central Kingston about a year ago. I said, you may see things which may come up at some time. Tell your colleagues, please don't raise this. Remember, I said that to you. No. And I didn't say that one. Madam Speaker, I didn't say I don't want to engage him, you know. I engage him. I said I don't want to speak to him. I engage him. When I have to consult him, I write him. I say, I hereby consult you under section so-and-so of the Constitution in relation to so-and-so.
Speak to him through your pen.
Huh?
Speak to him through your pen.
I said, I don't speak to him. I engage him.
It's semantics now.
Wait. So in your language, writing and speaking is one and the same thing? They're two different verbs, you know.
I ask you if you speak
verbs.
through your pen. Didn't you listen to the rest of the words? Through your
No,
pen.
I am writing with my pen. I'm writing with my pen.
Okay. What did you get from that?
The children are fighting in the school.
No. What did you get from what Prime Minister Gonsalves just said?
That he's not speaking to Dr. Godwin Friday, the leader of the opposition, but when he wants to communicate with him, he will do it in writing.
Okay. Play another one, Shady. Play another one.
I have made it my business, Madam Speaker, since the leader of the opposition went publicly the day when I got my head bust, and he said that the people behaved perfectly in order. You hear, Madam Speaker? And I am not giving him any way. He can raise points of order. When I was on the hospital bed, Sir James even FaceTimed me. I hear queer from the current leader of the opposition, except to say that those who are beating drums say the world boss get boss head. He should have dead. He, the leader of the opposition, said. He, the leader of the opposition, said they were beating drums.
Madam Speaker,
style.
Madam Speaker,
They were beating drums in African style.
Madam Speaker, I asked this a point of order. Prime Minister is misrepresenting anything that he said that I said. That is complete falsehood. And it must be withdrawn because there's a deliberate attempt at incitement which is improper. There is nothing of that sort. I made attempts to speak to the Prime Minister and he said he's not talking to me. Ever. He said it in Barbados and he said it when he come here. So you are living what you have chosen. And whatever else you say with respect to that is a complete falsehood. And Madam Speaker, I want to use a stronger word, but I know you're going to correct me and I don't want that to happen here. Because this is completely a misrepresentation of it. If you think you're playing to your gallery, fine, but don't tell.
Madam Speaker, I stand on what I say as a fact. I stand on what I say as a fact. And I also said that I will not speak to him. I said that I will not speak to him because of the manner in which he behaved.
Really?
I said that to him.
Childish.
Childish? Huh. You will
Madam
find
Speaker, I
out.
ask
You
for the matter
will. You will find out. You will find out about Childish in the next election.
Till the final one for me now, Shady. The final one for me now, Shady. The final one.
This is serious. I'm rising on a point of order again.
Yes.
This is a falsehood that needs to be withdrawn. It's not a small matter.
Just a moment.
Bring the record to this honorable house that I said any of those things that the Prime Minister said.
Just a moment.
In fact, Madam Speaker, on the day of the incident, I ask you, check the record of the honorable house and see what I said that evening. And you will see what is correct.
Madam Speaker, I said, and I will repeat, because I heard him myself. He said that the people on the afternoon when we were coming back to Parliament, that whole area, that they behaved perfectly legal. They were carrying out their democratic rights. That is the time when I get my head bust, you know. I'm not asking anybody about anything they say, you know. And then also, there was an endorsement by him about the drummers. When the police removed the drummers, they say, police removing the drummers. You know, the African drums, and they carry all, they communicate with the spirits and all kind of thing. Not he alone said that, others from the opposition too. But they were saying, the wall boss get a bus head. He should have dead. So I am making it plain in this honorable house. I respect the leader of the opposition. When you notice that anytime I have to consult him, I used to consult him before that event by calling him. Now I just write him. I have nothing to say to him, and I will not give way anytime he asks me to give way. He can raise a point of order. I'm just saying that. I'm just telling everybody in the country how I'm functioning.
I'm going to call you by your government name. Stephen.
Yes.
What do you think of that?
I think that Dr. Godwin Friday said he did not make that statement, and the record, he asked for the speaker to play the record of what he actually said. The speaker should have agreed to that, in my opinion, and say what he actually said, so we can then interpret who's speaking the truth here. Is it the Prime Minister or is it Dr. Friday?
Right.
I would like to know what the truth is. But as you said, 51 murders. And by the way, too, we still have up these, disgusting posters, these massive billboards up in the entrance to Kingstown, like this is some kind of autocracy or dictatorship or whatever way, which you see in those kind of countries. So, what are you going to do?
Yeah,
Let
me tell you, and I know Candyman is on the line. Hold on, Candyman. Just give me one 60 seconds, please. I play this because this happened last week. Mm-hmm. Okay? And our leaders from the top right down are not willing to forgive.
Correct.
The Prime Minister, who is a son of the Catholic Church,
good Christian,
speak, Lord, your son Ralph is listening. Ephesians 4:31-32 says, hold on, Candyman, get rid of all bitterness, rage, and anger, brawling and slander, along with every form of malice. 32. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as Christ God forgive you. 14. For if you forgive other people when they sin against you, your heavenly Father will also forgive you, Prime Minister Gonsalves. But if you do not forgive others their sins, your Father will not forgive your sins. And I'm seeing this because I know you are an atheist and you don't believe in God, and I'm seeing it is about time now, Prime Minister Gonsalves, let go of this nonsense.
It's been an awfully long time.
The people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines have forgiven Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves on a number of occasions for a number of things.
Yep.
And he's still holding on to this issue where Dr. Friday is concerned. Mm-hmm. You always say, if somebody's your friend, what you should say?
Tell them the truth and your opinion of the truth, buddy.
Thank you very much. Play the job for Candyman. Play the job for me, please. Play the job. Candyman, where are you, buddy? I'm sorry. Keep it going. Candyman, where are you, buddy?
He doesn't want to talk.
I'm sorry. I had to do that. I had to do that. No, he's not like that. He's not a fella like that. He's not like that.
He's not like me.
He's not like you. He's not like you. Good morning.
Gentlemen.
Good morning, sweetie man.
Wow.
Good morning.
That's all you get out of Parliament. You know how many great things happen in Parliament. You and Steve know how to real worthless man. You are for the worst things that happen in Parliament.
Yes,
I broadcast that.
51 murders.
Preschool for the children.
51 murders.
Nothing good. All the excellent debates and presentations by people like
Why do they have to behave like children, Candyman? Why do you have to defend
the member
it?
for Central Kingston
Preschool.
And
preschool.
I mean all the excellent presentations that went. And
you
all invite none of that.
Nope.
The broadcast.
Nope.
All they go for the war.
Absolutely correct. Because why are they doing that, Candyman?
Man, that's how Parliament is.
No, it doesn't have to be that way. So we can't do better. This is the best.
That's how Parliament. That's how Parliament.
This is the best we can do. That's
when we have a situation where we have
51 murders in this country.
Murders.
Did we hear speeches about murders?
And our leaders are showing that we cannot settle differences.
Our disputes. Go on forever. Hold them forever.
What is unsettled?
Well, you heard it. You heard the recording. The Prime Minister say, "I will never speak to him again." You heard it.
But if you choose not to interact verbally with somebody, that don't mean you all have a dispute.
What?
But you don't have a dispute. That's how you all look at things. But
is there anybody that you refuse to talk to? You don't have a dispute with, Candyman. So what reason would you not speak to somebody?
So Stephen, you have a dispute with everybody you don't talk to.
I don't think there's anybody I don't talk to. Some people I get upset about occasionally, but I don't bear it forever. There's no one I don't talk to now.
So you talk to everybody, Stephen?
Pretty much, yeah. If they speak to me, I generally would
speak.
No,
it's a yes or no question. Do you talk to everybody?
Pretty much so, I believe so.
No, not pretty much. It's a yes or no question. It's a yes or no question.
I am trying to listen. First of all, I am the one with the law degree, not you. So let's not go down that road. Secondly, I'm trying to answer it truthfully and honestly, and you are trying to force a question. As far as I am concerned, as far as I am aware that I can think of off the top of my head now, there's nobody that I would say I don't talk to.
All right.
No.
The perfect Stephen Hogan.
And you hold
it. I don't hold grudges against people.
Yeah. What is a grudge?
A grudge is
What's the definition of a grudge?
I don't know. Should I go up on my phone and look it up? Because I'll tell you what it is on my mind. In my mind is holding animosity towards someone for something they have done or said about you for a prolonged period of time. That's my interpretation of what a grudge is.
But the thing is, and being started quoting the Bible. Yes, the Bible tell you forgive, but the Bible also tell you
an eye for an eye.
No, I wasn't going with that. And the Prime Minister didn't say anything about that.
Speak, Lord. Your son Ralph is listening.
The Bible also tells you that you should stay away from certain people who want to bring you harm.
So the Bible told the Prime Minister
you can find anything you want in the Bible.
To stay away from
you can find anything you want in the Bible, buddy.
That people who are not in your best interest, stay away from them. The Bible tells you that.
Are you suggesting that the Bible told the Prime Minister to stay away from the leader of the opposition?
If his interpretation of I don't know what the Prime Minister's interpretation, same like you and Stephen, right? You might have one, I might have one. Everybody have a different interpretation. That's one of the things that's so confusing about religion.
We are in a country. We are in a country.
Stephen, am I not right about that? Everybody has a different interpretation of the same book.
Oh, you are correct. Absolutely. That's what's wonderful about the Bible. You could find anything you want in it to defend any position you want. By the way, Candyman, a grudge is, according to the internet, it's a persistent feeling of ill will or resentment resulting from a past insult or injury. I think that's an excellent definition.
Right. So, you think the Prime Minister is holding a grudge?
Bing said so.
Oh, okay, good. The Prime Minister does not say that he is not going to communicate with the leader of the opposition.
That was correct.
He said when he says when I want to communicate with
officially,
him, I will
write.
But I'll write
officially.
Right. But if you know there are people that you feel like they're not looking out for your best interest in terms of your well-being, and you feel like you need to stay away from that person, you're well within your right to do that.
Sweeter man, I'm talking about the leaders of the country.
Yeah,
We have a situation going on. What about the examples that we should be
live in a world
showing?
where leaders have been assassinated? And we live in a world where leaders have been assassinated. And some of these assassinations have been caused by the rhetoric of their opponents.
Okay.
You know? Yes. And I think that's what Dr. Gonzalez is getting at. He's saying, look, I got my butt head. There was a protest in Tongue. You were the one leading the protest. Your party was leading the protest, right? It got out of hand. There's no other way that the Prime Minister got his head bust than the fact that the thing got out of hand. Hold on. Because you asked me, so I'm going to answer you, right? The thing got out of hand. Anybody who's reasonable would say the thing got out of hand.
Yes.
Okay?
Agreed.
Now, the Prime Minister is lying on a hospital bed. He's bleeding.
Right.
As a human being, your first instinct should be, let me check on him, let me find out if he's okay. Right? The Prime Minister correctly indicates that Sir James Mitchell, who is not in any politics at the time, calls him, FaceTimes him, Ralph, how you doing? You okay? I'm sorry this thing happened to your man. The thing got out of hand. But I'm glad you at least it's not worse than this and so on.
Right.
What did Dr. Friday do at that time?
So is this an indication the Prime Minister has no sense of forgiveness in him then?
That's it. The man didn't say he didn't forgive anybody. All the man is saying is, I feel like you don't really care about whether or not people kill me or whether they bring harm to me. So here what? I will deal with you on a professional basis, but since you don't want to treat me like a human being, I keep from you.
Get rid
I think
of
anybody
all
is well within their right. Anybody is well within their right. Even if you have a neighbor and you feel like your neighbor will join up with
every
people.
form of malice, be kind and compassion to one another, forgiving each other, just as Christ God forgive you. Lord, the same God who speak, Lord, your son Ralph is listening. For if you forgive other people when they sin against you, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. Not just your heavenly Father, the people who you lead.
But what does this have
if
to do with
you do
forgiveness?
not forgive others their sins, your Father, who you can't see, who you pray to every morning, will not forgive your sins.
I want to ask you, Bing, how does forgiveness work?
Well, you asking me that?
Yeah, but isn't forgiveness a personal thing? Isn't it something that goes on because anybody could say I forgive you publicly, but how do you know that they mean it?
Yeah, but when you're dealing with a nation who's got 51 murder and you say publicly in a rage, listen, I have nothing to do with him. I will never talk to him again. I have nothing to say. Before I used to call him, I will never call him to discuss anything to do with him. Anything I have to say, I will write to him. What message is that sounding? What message is that sounding?
When you're dealing with 51 murders and that kind of violence, and you have a situation where somebody, and more than one people were pelting a missile. Somebody felt a missile and hit the Prime Minister in his head. And you as a leader have never condemned that individual. You have never said, I stand against that individual who took that missile and committed a violent act. And all the people who were pelting missiles at the Prime Minister, you were wrong. And you should not do that.
Yes.
When we live in that kind of environment,
yes,
you are helping that kind of
and I'm saying,
you're helping that kind of behavior.
And I'm saying,
and he
should be forgiven for that.
Why should he be forgiven? It at this point, the leader of the opposition could still condemn that, you know.
You see, when Stephen come in here on mornings and he talk about the good book and how people like me and you and all of you is talk about
I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Christian. I'm a Rastaman.
It makes Stephen
Look,
sound
I'm a
sounds
Rastaman.
correct.
I speak the truth.
I'm a Rastaman.
I speak the truth. I speak the truth.
No,
By the
no,
way-
but
by
the
the way,
Prime Minister is not a Rasta man. Neither is the
there, right?
leader of
If
the
you have
opposition.
a neighbor,
Forgiveness is an
if you have a
intentional
neighbor,
decision
right?
to let go of resentment and anger. That is what forgiveness is.
Yeah, but how do you know that he has not forgiven him?
He said so. He said so.
The Prime Minister would never lie.
He said so.
Did the Prime Minister say, I will never forgive him?
He said so. I want nothing to do with him. I don't want to talk to him. I don't. What do you interpret that to be? What do you interpret that to be?
Forgiveness, Bing. You could forgive.
Sweetie man, you know what?
Bing,
You know what
no,
is
hold
strange?
on, hold on, man.
If the
Hold on,
shoe
hold
was
on.
on the other foot,
Bing,
you'd have been saying the other.
wait, Bing, hold on. You can forgive somebody for doing something to you and still decide to stay away from that person if you feel like the person has not changed the way they feel towards you. That is wise to do.
He's the best. He's very good. I hope he's being properly remunerated.
But no, but I
Very
think the
good.
Prime Minister has forgiven the leader of the opposition. Seriously,
I think so.
You think so?
I think
After
so.
what you just heard there.
But the man said, the man did not say, I don't forgive him. The Prime Minister said, listen, because up to this time, Dr. Friday has never come out and condemned that. He's never come out and condemned those people.
You're saying he has never condemned the incident of throwing up the stone on the Prime
He's
Minister?
never
being hung?
condemned the people who hit the Prime Minister and who threw missiles at the Prime Minister.
But forgiveness is not about
No,
the other person. Forgiveness is about
but what do you mean?
you. It's about you. It's about you making that choice.
But if you-
It's
but
not
if you
about.
forgive-
It's not about Dr. Friday.
Bing, if you have a neighbor, right? And your neighbor children, your neighbor children tell stones at you every time you pass. And one of them hit you one time and bust your head. You go in the hospital and your neighbor don't call you, see what you're doing or anything or whatever. You come back home, right? You decide, I go forgive my neighbor, but I ain't going back in the yard. You wrong?
So, are you saying that is what?
But I would the Prime Minister basically saying, I would stay in my area.
So the Prime Minister is saying that he forgive Dr. Friday, but he want to do with him.
But that's what the man's saying.
That is what he's saying.
I will stay in my space, let him stay in his space. And we good.
You can't beat
Candyman.
No, you can't beat
What?
Candyman. The NDP needs a Candyman, I think. Candyman, how much it can cost for you to switch sides, buddy?
It's
I
not.
need help. The NDP need one of you. They need someone to make one of
This is not about, this is logic. This is total logic. You are saying to me that I must hold your
Hold the recording to the he hold with the Prime
Yeah,
Minister
but
saying
I
that.
listen to it live. And you can't tell me that you would be able to force me to cozy up to people who want to bring me physical harm. No. Because I can tell you that when all of that went down, Mr. Leacock reached out to the Prime Minister as well.
Yeah, but it's not about Mr. Major Leacock. It is about
that's
the
the
Prime
point. The
Minister
point is, if
and
Major Leacock could
in
have
his
done it.
heart have that heart to forgive someone who have done him harm.
Yeah, Bing, you could forgive, but you don't have to forget. I mean, them kind of things.
Oh, so it's gone to the other. It's gone now.
You don't have to forget. You have to smart.
You got another definition.
No. I just wanted to ask another question.
Go ahead.
Candyman, I'm sure you've seen the article that says that Barbados tops the Caribbean salary chart. Antigua and Barbuda secure second place, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines is the lowest paying country in the region, according to these people. And these people are what do they call themselves? The Caribbean Society for Human Resource Professionals.
Yes, I saw it. I read it. It was a short article.
It was a very short article. It doesn't give any substance to it.
Yeah, there's no substance.
And
I don't think we should run away with it because it is void of substance and context.
If it is correct, if it was factually correct, would you then be concerned to say that after a particular political party's been in power for over 20-something years, we're at the bottom of the pile in pay scales? Would that be something of concern to you? If it was
we've got Mr. Weeks. So
contact is important, right?
We can talk answer that tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Candyman,
Yes.
take care, buddy.
Sweetie man, you can answer that tomorrow
Have a good
morning.
morning. Have a good morning.
I enjoy listening to you, and everybody on the line enjoy listening to the Sweetie man.
You're right. That's fun.
All right, that's the Sweetie man. We got Mr. Weeks, the most loved man on the radio, coming up next. All right, let's do this. We're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna do Mr. Weeks. All right, we're gonna come in. So let's take a quick break and come right back with Mr. Weeks, the most loved man on radio.
The Ministry of Culture presents the 2023 edition of the Bank of St. Vincent and the Grenadines National Performing Arts
Isn't
Festival.
it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentions that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Hello, champions. I am Sinclair Stapleton, your best friend. Today I'm here to introduce you to the Red and Green Lviv Food Herbal Supplements. These products are going to help you to alleviate sickness and pains from your body. They contain 5 powerful fruits and vegetables: noni, acai, mangosteen, pomegranate, and goji berry. And what they do is that they are going to alkaline your body and help you to get rid of sickness and pains from your body. To get in touch with me, contact me at 784-454-7000. Let me repeat, 784-454-7000. I leave you with this tip. Every time you eat, you're either feeding a disease or you're fighting it. Ciao.
When using a conventional security camera with infrared lighting for night monitoring, people, vehicles, or other important objects can be blurry and blend into the background, making it difficult to identify details in black and white. ColourView technology by Hikvision enables cameras to produce colourful videos with rich details in extremely low light environments. Any detailed information, such as the colour of the hair and skin, colour of the clothing, will play a critical role in following authority investigations. The ColourView camera is also covered with a supplemental light to keep its performance even in extremely dark scenarios. ColourView. View in colour, even in darkness.
Listen, I'm a mojito connoisseur. I've drank mojitos near and far. And when you want a good mojito, trust me, the only place to get it is Culture Barn.
Cables, find that at Corazes. We have everything for your home at Corazes. Located in Kingstown, located in Annisville. Pembroke, Diamonds and Banquet. Shop at Corazes.
when there's no one else around. Bring it back to the middle, push, take it back to the rhythm. Keep it up for good when the sky's falling down. All you gotta do is to bring it to the ground. Hit it up to your inner mode. Stop, start, down. Nobody can get what you're going through.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
For us to connect with Mr. Weeks, Lancelot.
You said he wanted to connect with you? Did you ask him if he wants to connect with you?
He's not like that.
Maybe he wants a break from you.
He's not like that. Good morning, Mr. Weeks. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Bing. I'm good. I'm
Nice,
fine, thank you.
nice,
Morning,
nice.
Stephen. Shady, good morning. Greetings to you, listeners. Bing, unfortunately, I am engaged in a very important exercise. You heard me?
Yes, we are.
I'm engaged in a very important exercise this morning, and out of respect for what I do here, they have delayed the start by 15 minutes to allow me, and we're at a point where we have to start. So, unfortunately, I can't be on any longer this morning. Thank you.
Okay, I appreciate
thank you.
that. Yes.
Take care.
We even had to stop the commercial break in the middle of it to accommodate to bring you in, but I appreciate you doing that. Okay, so we'll just continue with the commercials. All right, thank you. All right, continue with the commercials, and we come right back. Go continue with the commercials. I'm Shady. Keep running them. All right, the channel.
Grenada, Barbados, an onward connection to Dominica, Antigua, St. Kitts, and Guyana. To book your flight, visit intercaribbean.com or your preferred travel agency. Intercaribbean, connecting you and the Caribbean.
Level up when you bundle up this Christmas with Flow.
This Christmas is on us. 150,000 for this Christmas. Flow has many prizes there for you. Catch the Santa and win big this Christmas. It's really nothing hard for you to do. Just top up, sign up, switch up, pay up, bundle up this Christmas.
Sign up for a large postpaid plan and bundle with home internet and get 2 Samsung Galaxy 804s for just $199. Plus 2 entries into the everyday grand giveaway to win cash for the holidays. This Christmas is on us. Sign up in store or online today at discoverflow.co.
This Christmas is on us.
Terms and conditions apply.
Isn't it good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered by a company owned by Vincentians that understands your unique insurance needs? At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Hello, champions. I am Sinclair Stapleton, your best friend. Today, I'm here to introduce you to the Red and Green Lviv Fruit Herbal Supplements. These products are going to help you to alleviate sickness and pains from your body. They contain 5 powerful fruits and vegetables: noni, acai, mangosteen, pomegranate, and goji berry. And what they do is that they are going to alkaline your body and help you to get rid of sickness and pains from your body. To get in touch with me, contact me at 784-454-7000. Let me repeat, 784-454-7000. I leave you with this tip. Every time you eat, you're either feeding a disease or you're fighting it. Ciao.
piece of ham and a bigger slice of fruit cake on my plate this Christmas. Please and thanks.
Lord, guess what? The road is mine. The road is mine. We going till morning. The road is mine. We jumping on everything. On the road, on anything. On the road, on everything. 'Cause the road is mine. We jumping on everything. On the road, on anything. On the road, on everything. 'Cause the road is mine.
The number one morning show in the SVG. Morning. OMG in the morning.
Come on now. What say you?
In regard to
everything.
What, buddy? Bing, where can I go and get a really, and I'd like my callers to help us out if they could, please. Where can I go and get some really decent quality food with some reasonable service in this country? I don't care about the price. Just tell me where you think I could go. What's your favorite?
Hey, listen, this is the time
I'm
where
just
we
curious.
open up and we interact with you. You can call and discuss any of the topics we've been discussing so far. You can call us at 451-1069, or you can call us at the WhatsApp at 455-1069. Or you can even send us a voice note at 455-1069. So call us at 451-1069. Let's see. Yeah. What is it?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Yeah. Caller, good morning. You're live.
Good morning, Brother Bing. How are you?
Good morning, Brother Hamilton. I am doing well.
You still have the little edge that you're going to get more callers than anybody else. You say you don't want to be compared to, but let me just say to my brother. My brother,
Which brother? Which brother?
That is the one that you call names. Don't call him names.
Thank you very much, Hamill. Thank you,
But he's got a new name, and I didn't give him that name. I still
give him the edge. But let me just speak to him a little bit and I'll come on.
Yes,
you know?
Hamill.
Yeah, my brother, you know, I got licks for you. And a lot of people, and you know, I spoke to you and I said, you know, like, you're joking, we were joking, but joking is gone. Just, you know, gone right, man. But the reality is that what haunts me, I cry and I want balls from order, is that I told you what Mr. Gonsalves did me. Nobody could have gone out for ULP like me. I work hard, I walk wrong the clock, I went out with Cookshank. He used to come in from Kittels and I went out for Mr. Gonsalves. I got lose a lot of friends in the NDP and other people. They say, really, Gonsalves, you know, Gonsalves, such and such. In fact, I remember when my mother went to the meeting in 1998. You all in the, I been there. A lot of people say they want to support Gonsalves. I been there, giving, and I say, mother, give him support. Me just a voice, me not even a member. And my mother say, hell no. And the meeting match up. We don't want Gonsalves when the parties are coming in. Anyway, they send out to Williams and them, and then they get the Labour people to so on him. I am saying I have discovered Gonsalves. I've made a bad decision. I'm not here to criticize for political sake. I gave the man an opportunity, and then I'm going to find him out now. So I'm just go, and I'm working hard, and I see him teething, and then
hold on. You can't say that. You can't say that.
Let me put it out. I say corruption. But I say corruption.
You can't.
Okay,
You gotta go easy. Let me use corruption then. Easy. You can't say Gonsalves with corruption. You gotta say the government. If you say the government, it's different.
No, I never put it at Gonsalves. I say I've seen corruption outside of Gonsalves. So I went to my representative because I walked out to Mike Grung. And Mike Grung say, I mean, you know how much every day you're calling me on this matter with corruption? I believe you. So he called Mr. Gonsalves one day down at his office, and he said, Prime Minister, Comrade Hamilton here in the office. It's minutes to after 6. I want to send him to you. Gonsalves said, he come tomorrow. He said, no, I want this matter resolved. I went over to speak to my Prime Minister at the time. I going over there, wait for him to cut me. Easy. I went inside to see my Prime Minister. When I went inside, boy, he said, come in, honey, boy. Comrade, come here, hug me up. He said, want something to drink? I said, no, comrade. And he started to say, tell me your problem. And I said, comrade, this thing happening. He said, let me stop the long talk from you. So because you're honest on your job, they want to pressure you out. He say, you know how hard you and your mother put work for me? No hard nights when we can't see some of them seeing you? He say, I will defend you. You know, when I went back the next day, the lock changed on my door because I was credit control officer. I'm saying this to say I'm saying this to say, downhill, going out in the campaign, Bing say, be careful, me ain't calling no name, me ain't saying no award, anything like that. This is Hammy. Hundreds of girls surround me. And Cook Shanks and my mother, who God, God did this to me. I said, oh God, why are they always come after my... I am saying to you, it wasn't until the matter came up with the policewoman. And I start to really realize,
all
and
right.
then you had the... I am saying this to say...
30 seconds.
Yeah,
30 seconds.
my brother, please, for God's sake, don't say Prime Minister. This individual is a very deceptive, demonic, wicked person that you must distance yourself from.
That is your opinion.
No, that's not an opinion, it's a fact. It's a fact.
Easy. Hold on. Calm down.
Yes, sorry about that. Sorry. It's a fact. My brother, you telling me 3 ladies were going to take their life.
Okay, hold on. Say it, calm. Let's calm. Let's breathe. Let's breathe a little bit. Come on, do me.
Okay, my brother.
Hold on. If you do it with me, come on, make it easy.
No, I calm down. But let me just start.
Hold on. Let me breathe a little bit. Let me breathe.
Okay, I breathe it in and I breathe it out. I'm going with you.
I hear you. I need to hear you. Nice.
We breathe it out.
Let's go.
Okay, don't worry about me. I'm okay.
Yeah,
I'm only saying to you. I'm saying this to you, Mr. Gonsalve, in closing. I love you very much. And, I'm begging you one last favor. I know we just got come from the news that, you said that, that we're not going to change laws. I heard, I think it was, we call it a pastor said that is not so. Once you sign on 20 years, you're going to have to change up all the laws to incest and so on. But the question I want to ask you, why, for God's sake, comrades, if you're such a 5-star man, why is it that you would want to put the majority of people here, a God-fearing people? We are against Chichiban action. Why is it that you're taking these actions behind our back and then coming and telling us that you didn't do this and you didn't do that? I am saying, let Miss Woman and sign that document. Also, there is a dangerous situation where a man who put me in a cell, literally, and isolated me for years because I said, my brother, you need to go and front and answer your charges. That man is going to be a supposedly, we call it the senior magistrate. It can't happen.
From when? This is going to be from
we
when?
understand that he's going to be sworn in. We're just getting, little information again. That he's going to be sworn in. It can't happen.
From when? He's going to be sworn in when?
Sworn in on Friday.
Friday. I thought you said last week. You said today, Monday.
The thing is, you never know unless Bing tell you or somebody tell you. But what I'm saying, Cunningham cannot be, with all of these things hanging over his head, cannot be a senior magistrate.
All right.
It cannot happen.
Thank
Because
you.
throw him in, but he would not be able to adjudicate.
Let's leave easy. Say, good morning, everyone.
God, I love you, my brother. I love you all very much. And I love you, my brother. I love you how you express yourself. But please, for God's sake, I'm not even telling you even to associate yourself with Dr. Friday in the media because he wants to run Gonsalve. But associate yourself with Brother Bing. That's a loving man.
Easy. Right. Thank you. 4511069. What do you think about that?
You will be happy, Bing, when Colin is sworn in as the senior magistrate?
If I be happy?
Yes. Would you be happy? Would you think that was a good decision by the Prime Minister? A really positive thing to do in this country.
I haven't thought about it. 4511069. You can tell us.
Why don't you think about it?
You can
How
tell
long
us.
do you need to think? How long do you need to think about it?
I'm a long thinker.
Yeah, it'll take you a few years.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
A few weeks.
A few weeks.
Done.
After it's done.
Because I need to know if it's true.
Because you can't think about it before if it makes sense or not.
Do you know for a fact that
I know absolutely nothing for a fact.
Do you know for a fact if it's true?
I'm simply asking the principle.
No, you asking
I'm asking
me.
you about the principle.
Asking me.
What about the principle, Bing?
Caller, good morning. Gentlemen,
good
morning.
Bing.
Yes, sir. Morning.
Like you running.
And your friend is here. And your friend, you got to say
good morning, Bones.
I said good morning to everybody.
Thank you.
But you said Bing, and I hear you say Steve.
No.
Remember, you and Steve are a closer friend than me now.
We will fight and we will continue to fight. Continue, Bones. Go ahead and say what you have to say. Ignore the idiot.
We will continue to fight.
Let's go.
Bing, like you running a yoga class, man.
Breathe, Bones, breathe.
Wait.
Easy.
You got me totally mesmerized.
when a Candyman.
No, okay. So I want to get to the main point. Now, listen to me. I listened to the thing since early, right?
Which one?
Everything. All the stuff you played, and then you had Candyman come on. And
Jomo as well. Jomo had an interesting commentary as well. Too.
But you know what? We know what the main issue is this morning with you and the recordings that you played. I'm going to tell you something. You see, there's one particular thing that you missed. Friday did call the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister said he didn't want to talk to him.
Oh.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I just listen to Nice Radio.
How you know that? He called from Nice Radio?
No. They said it on the radio.
He said that Dr. Friday did Godwin say that he attempted to call the Prime Minister.
The first recording you played with Dr. Friday, play that for him, please. Hold on.
Right.
Hold on. Let's find out. Hold on.
Right.
The first recording you played from Dr. Friday, play it for him, please. Shady. Come, Shady.
The people who came out on the streets yesterday, who heeded the call of the New Democratic Party, who came out and exercised their democratic right to protest, to demand better from the government, and to challenge the government in the things that they are doing wrong, and it's many.
That sound like it.
No,
not that.
There's another one with Dr. Friday.
No, you must listen. If you listen to Nice Radio every now and then, you might have me. I'm telling you. You see, the only thing, for you to be effective on any point you want to make, you gotta listen to both sides.
You've now been spanked.
But I've been spanked properly.
You understand? You can't go with one side. Yeah. Not that I'm promoting one or the other. The point is the truth, fact to fact.
But Bones, you don't understand Bing's agenda, don't you?
Here we go now. But now listen. Friday said in one of the recordings we have there that he called him while he was in Barbados. I think he said that while he called him while he was Shady. There's a recording we have there with Dr. Friday saying that while he was in Barbados, he called him and he told him he don't want to talk to him.
But there you go. Yeah. And Friday said it on Nice Radio.
So then Candyman is wrong, is what you're saying, Big.
Now, so let me look at it, okay? The thing is, why do people come on the radio and without having all the facts, even if they want to promote a particular party or whatever, why come on the radio and distort the whole truth? I don't get it.
Bones, Candyman has a job to do.
But Stephen, that besides the point. The point is you come on and you speak the truth because you're not doing yourself any justice. You understand why
So what did Candyman say that distorted the truth? What exactly did he say? No, tell me exactly what exactly he said. Bones, help me.
Because I heard you in a bang.
No, but help me so that I don't have to waste time. Tell me what he said that distorted the truth.
I heard you making your comments while Candyman was talking because, and you just give these little chuckles because, Candyman is...
It is my job. It is my job as host, me and this undertaker here. We have a particular job to do, right? So tell me what exactly did Candyman say or Sweetie Man say that distorted the truth.
But Bing, without we going all the way back there, all right? Candyman said, okay, he come up with some different perspectives or analogies or how you want to put it, right? That if this and your neighbor and this and that, you want to tell me, right? Now we are all human beings and we know how we operate. If I have a neighbor, you understand, who decides he's not talking to me, and I know he got injured for some minor scratch, and I try to reach out to him and he didn't want to talk to me, are you going to go all out to try and talk to you again? You understand? That's how we operate as human beings.
Did you find
So
it?
if you don't want to talk to me, why am I going to reach out to him?
Bring it. Hold on. Play it. You find it? Hold on.
This is serious.
Listen.
I'm raising a point about it again.
Yes.
This is a falsehood that needs to be withdrawn. It's not a small matter.
Just a moment.
Bring the record to this honorable house that I said any of those things that the Prime Minister said.
Just a moment.
In fact, Madam Speaker, on the day of the incident, I ask you, check the record of the honorable house and see what I said that evening. And you will see what is correct.
Madam Speaker, I said, and I will repeat, because I heard him myself. He said that the people on the afternoon when we were coming back to Parliament, that whole area, that they behaved perfectly legal. They were carrying out their democratic rights. That is the time when I get my head bust, you know. I'm not asking anybody about anything this year, you know.
Right. So what Dr. Gonzalez is saying is not in Parliament. The statement was made. Basically, it's basically what I'm hearing.
But hold on. You heard what Friday said? Yes. All the speaker had to do was go back and look at the Hansard, because that is what he said.
Yep.
Go back
The
and
speaker
look at
should
the
have done that.
Hansard.
That will settle the issue.
There you go.
But whether or not it was said, do you think that at this stage where we are with our moderate, where we are right up there, that, I mean, come on, the leaders of our country should be at this stage? Seriously, though.
But thing, let me tell you something. My old man and all them fellas say, Sir James, all of them would tell you. I mean, Sir James was a member of the Labour Party. I mean, it's as a matter of fact. You know all this. When he left the party, them fellas used to talk. Only when election come around, everybody keep the distance. After election, everybody gone back.
Yep.
Now, politics all over the place. It's just so divided and polarized. It's unbelievable.
And who have it so? Who have it so?
The politicians. The politicians have it so. And all the electorates are doing is following. But it doesn't matter which side they follow. But the followers are who have allowed them to do this.
All right, buddy. It's just gone past 9 o'clock. We're going to go to the top. Okay? Sorry about that.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Interesting one. Thank you very much.
I have to head out.
Yeah.
I have another appointment I have to get to.
Yeah.
So we will continue
You
the
gotta
battle
go
tomorrow.
and look at helicopters.
And I think the Prime Minister will listen to you and will start speaking to
He
something Friday. What do you think?
will respond
Because you have influence, I'm sure.
Yeah, right.
Shady, have a great start to your week, buddy.
You always do that to me. You'll be back tomorrow morning to cause more confusion. And then you're going to see him on Eyewitness News. As usual.
Okay, guys. Have a
All right, thank you very much, Cutlass. Hey, listen, we got all the votes for Labour, but now a ball coming right up. And also, we got Dr. Richards to tell us whether I was correct when I read that from the biblical standpoint about forgiveness. Shady, let's go to the top and come right back. Well, we're going past the top. Okay, let's do this and come back.
Share out the Christmas with Boom 1069.
Sharing our love, our passion, and our goodwill to one and all.
Share out the laughter and fun.
She no vibes like rice and peas on a Christmas morning.
Make time for friends and family this season.
Sharing the Boo family with your family.
Let's share out the Christmas with Boom 1069. On OMG in the morning with a real bad man Ben and DJ Shady.
Uptown, downtown, we know why you're not gone town. Sing it. Oh God.
Santa Claus vibes, I know you know it. I and I no Christmas list. If you want, give me a Christmas gift. Tell about this, so let me tell about this. All I want for Christmas is to stay alive. Can't take the sound them of the 45. All I want for Christmas is to stay alive. Well, I health and spend more life. Tired of my brother and my sister, them a quarrel. Hey, come make me drink, take a sorrel. Tell Auntie Joan and Uncle Warren send clothes and clothes when I'm running in a barrel. Don't know say Santa no give a carry. And my house got car manage. I feel love my mama all when she know have it. She a give a little chocolate, she a little porridge. Boy, I did the time and school done. And nothing we need for have fun. It's like a family reunion we having. Greetings that sent from foreign. We're belly full from Christmas Eve. And Grand Market we have to clean. Don't want no gunshot a bus in the street. Put down your gun them please. I make we have a crime-free Christmas time. Don't let violence block the vibes. No, no, no. A crime-free Christmas time. Don't let bloodshed block the vibes. No, no, no. Yeah.
The number one morning show in the SVG. Morning. OMG in the morning.
Come on now.
Hey, good morning to you. If you're just joining us, where were you all the time? Let me let you know. Take the leap towards success with KCCU Educate. Unlock up to $30,000 at just 7% interest on the reducing balance for your tertiary education journey. Do it now. Keep going. There we go, Shady. Next one. Woodsy, hey, listen, Woodsy. The boy, afraid to call. I can't call him here as he who set us up anymore. When I talk the other day, I can't. He has something on me there, but he blackmail me. So I can't cause it. So all I've got to say is the brunch will return on December 3rd. Look out for the Woodsy's big brunch. The last one was sold out with all the great music, the great food, the great vibes, the great drinks, and everything at Woodsy's. Make sure you check it out. Woodsy's on December 3rd. That is the big brunch. Mark it down on your calendar. It is going to be a vibes. All right. You can go up and you can sing at the brunch on the karaoke machine. You can have. It is going to be. It's not a regular sit down formal kind of brunch. It's a brunch with a vibes. All right. So make sure you check out the Woodsy's brunch that's happening on the 3rd of December. All right. That is coming. You don't want to miss this. All right. I remember Woodsy is located at 1133 Clarkson Avenue, Brooklyn, New York City. Another one. Bring another one there. Another one there. Shade is controlling the script. So I don't know. I don't know. No. In the meantime, you can call us, okay? 451-1069. 451-1069. You can call us and let's get interactive this morning. In the meantime, as we head down to 9:15 thereabout, and we bring in all the votes for Labour, but now a ball. Caller, good morning, you're live.
Morning, big
morning, buddy. I didn't hear you for the morning.
But no, I squeeze in from Candyman thing is when I realize you saying hold on Candyman, I hang up. You realize the phone hang up and come back.
Oh, okay.
So you disrespect me and call me Candyman.
No. My apologies, my brother. My apologies.
Wait, Peter.
My apologies.
Wait, Peter, and your own down there. Wait, you put up Peter and because you defamation my character.
Oh Lord, my apologies.
Call me dog, but don't call me Candyman.
No, come on, don't do that.
Remember you call me dog first time in the all.
Yeah. I said dog. Come on now, it's in dog.
Man, Candyman is my St. Martin alumni.
Yeah. Somebody call him Sweetie Man.
Man, no, well, Candyman back brother, because small.
Yeah, that's one thing about Candyman. That's why I like to interact with him. You know, you can.
Man, see what he thing I like with Candyman, right? Candyman, well articulated. And he go take where I give, but when Candyman ready for clap back them about.
You give back hard. He gives back hard.
When he ready for, just like me, you know, when we could take on when I ready for clap back, you na ball because you interfere with when we clap back ball. But here what now? And listen to all the videos you're playing, And the last caller, the Spencer. This is why I was going to call and saying I was recording that Dr. Friday said he did call, but the Prime Minister saying I didn't want to talk to him. And I heard Dr. Friday say it, and I have no evidence of his call, but me have to go by what Dr. Friday say, just like we have to go with the Prime Minister say. Because we not hear everything. But my concern is, we have 50 murders today. And what picture is that going to paint to the younger man of them?
51.
About the thing fall over your shoulder. If we want to take a positive approach on crime, a 2 step backwards we take in when you see them man in parliament getting on stone a bing. But let me go back further than that. You remember when Eustace reached out to Alice Branch to the ULP to have a march together for crime? You all remember that?
Yes, Prime Minister said Eustace wanted to be Prime Ministerial.
Okay then,
we
can't come paint this picture now that people really care about something, because ULP when crime wasn't at these level now, ULP refused to come together with ULP. The kind of want that Godwin Friday look Prime Ministerial. So they'll come now and all that back then, if you see that they plant, and that seed of Prime Ministerial that was planted back then is now a big stinking breadfruit. We are trying to cut down a breadfruit with a dull butter knife. Now what happened? That's not gonna happen. Now I want to touch the point on the report that came out that says St. Vincent have the lowest paid wages in the region. And I see some ULP defenders saying housing in market, in housing rent in Barbados is higher than housing in St. Vincent. But they're not going to draw the comparison with rent. I hate to draw reference to America because I don't really care about America as much as I care about St. Vincent, even though I make my money there, to be honest. But you have places like Los Angeles that the cost of living is absolutely high, but the wages match the cost of living. Matter of fact, me never forgot all come to America. If you go down Canawan, how much a room for rent down Canawan for one of them workers? In comparison to a house a room in Canawan costs more than a house in St. Vincent to rent. But people go gladly go down Canawan go up because the money bigger down Canawan.
You called too late. You should have called when the cutlass been here for the mistake.
Well, mistake too. So you see, but these are people who say they love St. Vincent and the Grenadines thing. They go draw reference to all kind of stupidness to warp the minds of people who not go with to study and read book now. And when he was them song big, people go jump and say, boy, that boy they max up on a suit and tie and water them they use big, so that mean he have to talk truth. And when the reality hit poor people now, them vote for Labour, what them I do? Big up big up my boy Kenton King one time there. They vote for Labour now about, so we have to be very careful. And what's troubling to me being these people claim they love St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but they justify wickedness by using these well thought after words and these well placed words. Look, Candyman come this morning and try to justify why you're not supposed to forgive nobody. Not saying he's wrong enough. Because if somebody violate me not forgive them, but being on the greatest scheme that if I am a political figure.
You should forgive.
No, me go forgive enough. Me go forgive publicly, but privately me go hold in the back of my mind, because if I am a being a something me doesn't want to sit on my social media page. Not because I see me out there. But I know people follow me and I know a lot of people look up to what I say. So I have to be very careful what I'm saying. Even though a lot of people think I'm derogatory, I could be derogatory plus. Just like I can't come on this radio station and say as I please because I have to confirm. So as a leader of a country, you have to lie sometimes. And he said that. So this was an opportunity for him to lie sometimes for the greater good of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, so he doubled down on the badmanship. You see what I'm saying? So it's okay for you to lie sometimes on some issues, but it's not okay for you to lie sometimes for the betterment of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and togetherness. You have to be very careful out here, because me go dissect everything all you want to say. That's why they go say, me a fight down St. Vincent, but then guess what? None of you love St. Vincent more than me love St. Vincent.
Yeah.
Me go continue, but big up on yourself, love and love alone. And again, Now call me Candyman and don't call Candyman because don't disrespect Candyman and call Candyman Maxwell Candyman because he will keep safe. But also I also wanna big up Candyman Panda ad he had to Jack boy that the baddest ad so far for the year on social media.
Which one is that? Which one?
When you say $1 and everybody say $1, that I the one
okay.
He had my virgin who went to school for children with special needs. He was there when I was at St. Martin's. And I like how they implement somebody in society who, you know what I mean? He's special, and he's absolutely special. And when I saw that warmed my heart because me and he used to sit down on the block of St. Martin and read back in the day before me come America.
All right, Max. Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, my brother, Max. All I'm saying, guys, get me straight. Any prime minister, I'm not speaking specifically about Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves. Any prime minister in any country who've got an issue with any member of parliament, not just the leader of the opposition, should not be after years talking about, I ain't forgiving you. For years after, you should not be talking about, I have nothing to say to you. Before I used to call you. Now, anything I have to say, I write in for you. I'm not giving way to you. Unless you say you're standing on whatever you call it, a point of order. Not now. Especially not now. Not now when our country is up there as one of the countries in the world with the highest crime rate, murder rate. Where is our, let's come together. Let's show example. Let's show an example that, listen, I can forgive you. That it's not the only way of, if you do me something that I'm not happy with, the only way to deal with you is to either take you out, take your family out, or take your brother out. Let's reconcile. Not in this day and age, after so many years this thing happened. The Prime Minister is still talking about, listen, I ain't forgetting you. I ain't this. I want my hand there. Not now. It is wrong. It is embarrassing. We, as a country, should not be dealing with something like this. And nobody should be trying to make excuses for the Prime Minister. I don't care how much you love the Prime Minister. This is our country. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, 110,000 people, and I'm sure it's less. We have 51 murders every 100,000 per capita. If you check in the world, we are right up there. And we have our leaders in parliament, our leaders in government and opposition saying, listen, I don't care what you say. I feel that when I get my head bust, you ain't come and look for me. You ain't come and say no good word to me. So because of that, I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do. I'm not talking to you. If I meet you anyway, I'm passing you straight. Why is that? What is that? You're saying too that if you meet the leader of the opposition on the road in the night by himself in a dark place, you'll pass him straight? Because I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do. I'm not forgiving you. I'm not forgiving you. Anything I have to say to you, I'm not calling you like I used to call you. Anything I have to say to you, I will write to you. As a leader, an elderly statesman in the Caribbean, that is how you want to operate? And those of you who don't believe what I'm saying, share the plate for me, please. Don't start with Dr. Friday. Start with our Prime Minister Gonsalves. Speak, Ralph. Speak, Ralph. Your son is listening to you. Speak, Ralph. That's what he said. The man who know the Bible from back to front, he know every single chapter and verse in the Bible, but still, he's saying he's not forgiving the leader of the opposition. The leader of the opposition, he ain't kill him, he ain't kill the children, he's saying that he's of the opinion that when he got the bus head, the leader of the opposition didn't come to him, he didn't call him, he didn't show any empathy or sympathy. So because of that, I don't have a word to say to you. Speak, Rav. Your son is listening to you. Who know the chapter and verse. You know every line in the Bible. But you know that one. Play it for me, Shady. Play it quick. Play it for me, Shady. Play it quick.
I have made it my business, Madam Speaker, since the leader of the opposition went publicly the day when I got my head bus, and he said that the people behaved perfectly in order. You hear, Madam Speaker? And I am not giving him any way. He can raise points of order. When I was on the hospital bed, Sir James even FaceTimed me.
So what?
From the current leader of the opposition, except to say that those who are beating drums,
You have no forgiveness in your heart.
Get bus head. He should have dead. He, the leader of the opposition, said. He, the leader of the opposition, said they were beating drums
Madam
in
Speaker,
African style.
Madam Speaker,
They were
Madam
beating
Speaker,
drums in African style.
Madam Speaker, I asked this a point of order. Prime Minister is misrepresenting anything that he said that I said. That is complete falsehood. And it must be withdrawn because there's a deliberate attempt at incitement, which is improper. There is nothing of that sort. I made attempts to speak to the Prime Minister and he said he's not talking to me.
You hear it? You
He
hear
said
that?
it in Barbados and he said it when they come here.
You heard
So
that?
you are living what you have chosen. And whatever else you say with respect to that is a complete
Stop the
falsehood.
Shady.
And Madam
Stop
Speaker,
the for me, Shady.
I
Bring
want
back
to
the
use
instrumental. Stop the shit. Bring back the instrumental. And Dr. Friday, let me say, is not speaking the full truth. Because on the road, on the street, Dr. Friday had something different to say. Not in Parliament. Out on the street where they was beating drums. Shady, play the first one you play when you played the first time with Dr. Friday on the street. Where he said they were in the complete, what they were doing, they were completely right. But that doesn't give anyone the right as a leader of a country in which we have 51 murders to say, I don't care what you do. I don't care what you say. I'm not uttering a word to you. If I have anything to say to you, I will write you. We're here, Israeli. Play that one for me, Shady. We're Dr. Friday on the road. And that is what the Speaker of the House wasn't getting. Not in the House, but on the street. This is what Dr. Friday played.
Thank the people who came out on the streets yesterday, who heeded the call of the New Democratic Party, who came out and exercised their democratic right to protest, to demand better from the government, and to challenge the government in the things that they are doing wrong, and it's many. The people came out and exercised their democratic right. While we were in the parliament doing the business of the people.
Hold on, Shady. Dr. Friday at that moment had an opportunity to speak about the Prime Minister getting his head bust. And that was the moment when Dr. Friday should have said, you know, we apologize, we empathize, we sympathize with the Prime Minister for, give me the background music, Shady, for Prime Minister Rav Gonsalves getting his head bust. However, it doesn't call for where we are years after Prime Minister Gonsalves holding on to this. Years after. So what happened? You know the Bible back and front. You know every damn word in the Bible. You know from beginning to end in the Bible. You know everything in the Bible. This is Prime Minister Gonsalves. He know everything in the Bible. He's a good Catholic boy. He says, speak, Lord, your son Ralph is listening to me. So I'm hearing God say to him, get rid of all bitterness, rage, and anger out of your heart, brawling and slander, along with every form of malice which you have against the leader of the opposition, which you say, I don't have anything to say to him. I don't, and I'm saying, and listen to him. I am saying it for the whole nation to hear me. Prime Minister Gonsalves, the Bible which you know back and front. The Bible which you know back and front, Prime Minister Gonsalves, is saying to you, he's saying to you, your son Ralph, he's saying to you, my son Ralph, be kind and compassion to one another. Be kind and compassion to Dr. Friday, even though you feel that he hurt you. Forgive him, just as in I, my Lord God, have forgiven you. That is what the Bible said. Just as we, the people of St. Vincent, when you came and asked us to forgive you, and voted for you many times, but you can't forgive Dr. Friday because in your mind, he didn't call you. He didn't empathize with you. He didn't show empathy. Let's take a commercial break, then we go to all who not vote for Labour. Then my ball. We do that right now. We do that shit. We run the ads.
Black Friday deals are here at Quartz Optical. Frames as low as $99. Or get
Isn't
your
it
frame.
good to know that no matter where you are, you're covered? Covered by a company owned by Vincentions that understands your unique insurance needs. At Metrosint General Insurance Company, we've invested 50 years of service to guarantee that you have the peace of mind that you deserve. When it comes to motor vehicle, property, employer's liability, business insurance, and much more, we've got you covered. Our professional and friendly staff understands your needs and ensures you understand your options. Metrosint General Insurance Company.
Hello, champions. I am Sinclair Stapleton, your best friend. Today I'm here to introduce you to the Red and Green Lviv Fruit Herbal Supplements. These products are going to help you to alleviate sickness and pains from your body. They contain 5 powerful fruits and vegetables: noni, acai, mangosteen, pomegranate, and goji berry. And what they do is that they are going to alkaline your body and help you to get rid of sickness and pains from your body. To get in touch with me, contact me at 784-454-7000. Let me repeat, 784-454-7000. I leave you with this tip. Every time you eat, you're either feeding a disease or you're fighting it. Ciao.
When using a conventional security camera with infrared lighting for night monitoring, people, vehicles, or other important objects can be blurry and blend into the background, making it difficult to identify details in black and white. ColourView technology by Hikvision enables cameras to produce colourful videos with rich details in extremely low light environments. Any detailed information, such as the colour of the hair and skin, colour of the clothing, will play a critical role in following authority investigations. The ColourView camera is also covered with a supplemental light to keep its performance even in extremely dark scenarios. ColourView. View in colour, even in darkness.
Listen, I'm a mojito connoisseur. I've drank mojitos near and far. And when you want a good mojito, trust me, the only place to get it is Culture Barnville.
Cables, find that at Corazes. We have everything for your home at Corazes. Located in Kingstown, located in Annisville. Pembroke, Diamonds and Beckwell. Shop at Corazes. Hardware Corazes. Helpful play Corazes. Fun play Corazes. Corazes.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Mark your calendars. It's the Everything Vincent Expo.
What you gonna do when the rain is coming down? Nothing more to do when there's no one else around. Bring it back to the middle, push, take it back to the rhythm. Keep it up for good when the sky's falling down. All you gotta do is to bring it to the.
Hi, this is Jillian Cruikshank from the Shade Room. In keeping with our Share Out the Christmas theme, I would like to encourage one and all to share out kindness, share out compassion, share out patience, share out joy and love. From me to you, have a very Merry Christmas.
I want to say thanks to those who voted for Labour but now a ball.
Well, that's the time. You know what time is it? It's time for the Kentman. See, we got him here. That's your boy bringing your ham for you. Morning, buddy.
Good morning, my brother. Hey, what's up, buddy? Bing, how was the weekend, man?
Man, I had a great weekend.
I feel you go church. You. Tell me, man. You in church? You in church?
No, I go in church Christmas morning.
Oh, you went to Christmas something?
Christmas morning.
Oh, you went Christmas.
I follow church online.
Oh.
Because I wake up early every morning during the week, so the only time.
That's turn out. You know, if you go in church, being na fula, man.
You went church?
No.
But so be talking to me for. Same thing Pastor say about you,
watch me.
Same thing Pastor say about you.
For all the years I go church. Yeah. They could make up for the time. They could make up for the I'm telling you. So you're going on. Being you know too if you're going to church, plenty I'll never put fire for your pastor because you know what I mean? We will come in behind you. We have to see what happened to you first.
Oh gosh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, me bad. Don't your friends on them, man.
I'm telling you. Somebody, I didn't even want to touch on this morning, but let me touch this a little bit before I go on to what I really want to get on. Now, one, let me set some facts straight. One, you misrepresented what Dr. Friday said. And Dr. Friday did in the House of Parliament say that, he denounced the Prime Minister getting hit. He did say that. As a matter of fact, Saboto and the rest on the very night stated that them no want no kind of apology. If Saboto, Camilo, and Julian especially that night could have taken up guns and go out there and shoot down everybody who they think was responsible for that, they would have done it. Go back and look at the kind of vitriol these people spewed that night. Yeah? But then, you had this thing where after an investigation was done in the news, it was stated by the CID that there was never a hit and the Prime Minister got a scrape. What they saw was a scrape from a kitchen. That was not. Now, Mr. So, you know. Now, Mr. So. Now, Mr. So. This blood, a man gets scraped. A man gets a scrape. The investigation was done. Listen to me, Ben. Honestly, I'll be honest here. Now, Mr. So. Now, Mr. So. Go back to the news and see that. Go back to the Eyewitness News.
Eyewitness News said what exactly?
Yeah? Listen to me. It was stated.
Yes.
By the CID.
Right.
That what they saw was a scrape.
A scrape.
A scrape.
A scrape could cause so much blood?
A scrape. Where blood come from? Which blood?
Did you see and
then
the
secondly, yes, I saw. Me see the whole thing. Second thing,
and the blood running down his face.
Yes, me see the whole thing. Which
that is a scrape.
Bing.
This is your time to talk.
Yes. No. Come on. This a Kenson. This not others who are afraid to interact. It's a Kenson. Now, here's the other thing, Bing. When Dr. Friday stated that, the persons were out there exercising their right, beating the drums, he never stated about them beating drums because Ralph got injured. No. At that time, he was speaking about them being out there protesting against what was happening in the house. Yeah? And he said they have the right to protest. He wasn't talking about them beating drums and saying, oh, the black assault got injured.
Dr. Friday apologized
yes, he did.
Of the party.
He said, why did he have to apologize on behalf of the party then?
Where was this apology made?
Then, in the House of Parliament, Dr. Friday stated, Mr. Leacock stated, and others, that they did not condone what happened to the Prime Minister.
That's the Honorable Sinclair Leacock.
Yeah, but I'm saying Dr. Friday in the House of Parliament stated that he did not condone what happened.
When did he say that?
He started saying it the very night, and the next sitting of Parliament. Then Ralph came and stated that Dr. Friday called him and he told him I want to talk to him. He Ralph said so. As a matter of fact, Bing, do you know that the same day that thing happened when Mr. Mufford and others were injured by the police, when they went to the hospital, they were turned away by the police? A lawyer had to take Mr. Mufford and take him to the hospital, to the A&E, because the police called him up down there and they refused to allow Mr. Mufford in blood, with his head running blood. As I said, I didn't want to get into this morning. But I'll say this.
Why are you getting into it?
I'll say this, Bing. I'll say this, brother. The thing is this, right? We are bawling as we should about the state of crime in St. Vincent. Yeah? But you remember when Mr. Eustace called for a kind and gentler society, what did Ralph Gonsalves and his minions say? As a matter of fact, even now, yeah, it is used like a coarse word. It is still being used as some form of a laughing matter. That Mr. Eustace said, let us have a kinder and gentler society. Let us fight for a kinder and gentler society. Yeah? It is still being bandied about as though it is something bad. So if you want to speak to the Prime Minister, Bing, as head of this country, don't try to equalize by saying, oh, like you want to say Dr. Friday should be blamed too and the NDP. No. Nah. Because that has been the play for however long. This government is like a battered woman who doesn't want to take any... Well, let me not say a battered woman. Let me take that back. The country is like a battered woman. But the ULP and Dr. Gonsalves are like abusive men or abusive people. where they don't ever want to take any form of responsibility. Yeah? For what is done, and they watch out for what they do. It's always what somebody didn't do. For 22 years, Bing. You like to chop your chest. The longest serving prime minister, longest party in government. And yet, under your watch, every single record broken in St. Vincent, none of them good. None. Now we reach to this place where we have record homicides, and we also have been shown where we have the record for the lowest paid salaries in the Caribbean. And I see some people running up and down and saying, oh, but they're not talking about cost of living, and they're not talking about, oh, how did they let me tell you something. It's easy to place things. You go across the Caribbean, you look at the types of jobs, and you compare how much is paid in each one. As a matter of fact, when you go on any training overseas thing, St. Vincent's always the laughing stock of every other Caribbean country. When they hear posts and the grade pay, and the pay to that grade or to that post. Yeah? And I can tell you that as a fact. Now, here's the thing, Bing. Right? Every year, according to the legislations here, right, workers are actually supposed to be given a raise of salary. And you know why? To buffer them against inflation. Now, if you have inflation at 2 or 3%, obviously you can't give somebody a 1% raise, because what is going to happen there? Inflation don't beat them and run gone. How about you have your raise of salary tied to inflation, so that at least the raise of salary can be at least 2% above inflation? How about that? That sound good? But the thing is that you keep on raising all manner of taxes, creating new taxes, with persons with salaries almost the same place, stagnant. What then are they to do? I sent something for Shady to play, but I don't think he might be able to play it. But here's the thing. When the Prime Minister spoke about the loan, the latest loan, I want that word to stick in people's head, loan, that he went and got from the Saudis. 66 million US. Yeah? And that 66 million US, he says, that loan is not going to affect GDP in any negative way, because it falls within the guideline, the international guidelines. So international guidelines. This is what I want people to understand. Not because something is written on paper means that in reality it makes sense. Yeah? Now, when you have guidelines, they are based as to tell you, okay, this is where you might want to stay within. You could go outside at either end, but this is where we recommend that, things could work. On average, the average Vincentian survives on $14 per day. $14 per day. Look at the cost of living in St. Vincent and take that $14 and put it into context. So when we had a debt to the GDP ratio of about 95% not too long ago, you want to tell me that is not affecting Vincentians when we have record-breaking poverty and indigent poverty in the country? When Camilo, as Minister of Finance, could have stated that when schools were closed because of COVID, most children, he said, most children will slide into starvation. What that is telling you? When you look at the poverty assessment report, that shows you that majority of school children, especially those in rural areas, that 100% of them are on the school feeding program. What is that telling you? Bing, if we as a people stop looking to the politicians, and I will keep on saying this, If we don't decide to take back our sovereignty, our economic freedom and support back into our hands, we are not going to become better, you know. Because no matter who politician goes there and we keep on giving them our power, giving them our sovereignty, we think it's going to happen. We are going to be right back at the same place. Yeah? We see where in other countries we hear about a war on crime. We see governments actively going out and fighting crime. But as usual, we like to be here clapping and singing Kumbaya. And the police have been doing that for years. You remember all up in the year, Bing, when we had, I think it was 3 weeks, no more or anything like that, the Prime Minister came out and tapped his chest. You remember that? Yeah? He came out and he stated, look what we have done. Yeah? The things implemented by this government. Oh, we have 3 weeks without any murders. They're not talking about that. But now, as usual and expected, when things go awry, you know, me mouth at all. Because here you have the Prime Minister and Minister of Security yet to address this vexing issue of the extremely record-breaking set of homicides that we have in St. Vincent. Up to now, I'm still waiting. And so, as usual, they bandy about and create all kind of false things, all kind of smoke screen by creating a whole set of drama in Parliament, creating a whole set of drama when they speak, so then they could kind of push people off track. But I'm here to keep people on track because they owe us. This government owes us security. At what point are people going to care and hold the Minister of Security and the police force responsible for security?
My buddy, wrap it up for me, please.
Let me just say, we have had another record-breaking thing in St. Vincent.
What's that?
200 sex crimes have been reported in this country. A record. 200
sex crimes.
Sex crimes, and less than 5% of them have actually been prosecuted.
Where did you get this information from? So I can
check the sex crimes unit. That is all I'll tell you.
Police?
Yeah, check them. But one more thing before I go, Bing. You asked if it's true about Kalenjan going to become a magistrate. It is. In the week gone, I was supposed to have a civil matter heard in the court for a matter that I brought against Claston Francis for my phone as head of CID. So they took my phone. He took my phone without a warrant when I was arrested. So my phone was practically stolen. So I have the matter in court. It so happened that I missed the date because I had the 28th written down and they said it was the 23rd. Then I was told that my matter is put out for February and it will be heard in front of Colin. Okay? And I'm here to say that no matter of mine will be heard in front of Colin Jack. None. Yeah? I'll continue that tomorrow because I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Yes, my brother, I appreciate that. Okay, and
Yeah,
my
buddy?
apologies for cutting you short.
Nah,
this
man, no
morning.
problem. I understand. I see what I understand, brother.
All right, thank you very much.
Take it easy, buddy.
Thank you. Shady, let's go straight into Dr. Richards. Apologies to Dr. Richards. Everything have been going late. We've got a number of commercials, more than usual. So we got it's Christmas, which comes once a year. So let's jump straight into Dr. Richards.
Let's check in with the doc and look at things with a wider lens. Pastor Richards on OMG.
Bring him forward, please. Hello, good morning to you, Doc.
Bing, good morning.
Good morning. Shady, just bring him forward alone, please.
Good morning.
I see the television station is using some of your clips now, so I just want them to just use you. I don't want to be. So, good morning to you.
Good morning. I wasn't aware of that, but that's all right. If I'm quoted correctly, then I don't have a problem.
They're using your video and your audio, so that's why I told Shady to bring you forward directly. Good morning to you again.
Yes, hope you had a good weekend. Good morning, Shady. Good morning, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and my fellow Vincentians, wherever you are, and all of our wonderful listeners and Boom this morning. Good morning to you, Bing. You want to talk with me because I heard you mention something to do with me, something when I tuned in. I tuned in early. I heard you say, "Oh, I wonder what Pastor just had to say about this." I think it's on the matter of forgiveness, but I don't know if you want to question me, interrogate me, or you have something specific in mind. You want my feedback on this matter. I'm willing to talk about it.
Well, I just want to know from the biblical standpoint. I read Ephesians, and these
4,
things like
31 and 32. Yeah.
Interpretations as well too. Your interpretation of forgiveness. That's all.
Yeah, and I'm glad you asked me about forgiveness rather than ask me about the Prime Minister and Dr. Friday. I'm really glad, because sometimes the whole discussion of forgiveness once you posit it like you did this morning, the main body of thought, which is forgiveness, my people, gets subsumed into a discussion of the relationship between Dr. Friday and Dr. Gonzalez. And Bing, to be honest, not with a disrespect to either of these two gentlemen, but to be honest, to discuss forgiveness. Now, mind you, you could discuss the implication, the practicality of how it is played out in that particular situation, in the application of the thing. And in discussing the application of the thing, you could talk about the relationship between, I hope you're following, between Dr. Gonzalez and Dr. Friday. But to make that the main, to make the application to the main, is to put the cat before the horse. And basically all morning you had the tail wagging the dog. And I don't say that disrespectfully to you, Bing. But the content of the discussion this morning, the entire time, the tail wagged the dog. And the relationship between Dr. Friday and Dr. Gonzalez, or whatever that is, because I'm not privy to that. Trust me, I'm not privy to that. But the relationship between Dr. Friday and Dr. Gonzalez supplanted and took the place of a real discussion on the nature and an opportunity to teach the nation about forgiveness. And it became basically forgiveness as seen through the prism of the relationship between Dr. Gonzalez and Dr. Friday, of which I don't think you know the full of, or for sure, I don't know the full of. And I would much rather, therefore, that we discuss the main and the value of what. I applaud you, by the way, for what you brought to the table in our current context and our current milieu, this whole thing about what forgiveness is. So I applaud. I think there's something to be said for forgiveness. Whether or not you believe in the Bible, okay? I mean, I'm pleased to see that the Bible touts forgiveness. The Bible commends it again and again and again. But if you are not a believer in the Bible, does that mean that you should not hold to this societal value of forgiveness? And most people would agree with me, like most people listening know that forgiveness is a good thing for society. The thing is, what is forgiveness? And there are some things that we see in the very nature of forgiveness that we are not comfortable with, and that's why forgiveness in its truest and purest intent, not as exemplified by one person or the other, not as practiced by one person or the other, but forgiveness in its purest intent. It's a wonderful thing, but it's a very, very difficult thing to do. Because what the true forgiveness, I shouldn't say imbibes, but what the true forgiveness entails, I'm not sure that people are ready for. True forgiveness really, You have to embrace vulnerability in order to properly forgive. And there are people who say, I forgive, but at the same time, I don't want to make myself vulnerable. No, the two are not divergent. Not divergent. To forgive is to make yourself highly vulnerable. And as soon as you begin to entertain a discussion that I'm going to forgive you, but I'm not going to be vulnerable, then you have not forgiven. I mean, because you were quoting the Bible, I would use the biblical example of Jesus Christ on the cross. When he just laid there bare. He just laid there bare. And they were nailing him. They were nailing him to the cross. Of course, he could have fought back. Of course, he could have taken countermeasures. But you see this thing that I just said? People out there in relationships, forget the politics of it, because the politics is so Jimmy. In relationships, whether platonic or intimate relationship, you have to make yourself vulnerable. You have to lay yourself bare on the cross if you're going to forgive. And the truth is that's hard. Because the minute you forgive, they're going to pound another nail in your hand. And the minute you forgive, they're going to pound another nail in your foot. The minute you forgive, they're going to jab a spear in your side. So if we're going to talk forgiveness, we have to talk about how it is exemplified. And when Christ was on the cross and they were doing this to him, he did not fight the vulnerability. He just, and people going to say that's stupidity. I know there are probably people listening to me out there who's going to say that's utter stupidity. Utter stupidity to make yourself so vulnerable. But to me, that is the purest and idealistic model of forgiveness. You got to make yourself vulnerable. So he made himself vulnerable, and here's what he said. To people who did not even ask for forgiveness. Now, in case you just joined me, I am not talking about politics. I am not discussing in this presentation anything to do with Dr. Gonzalez and Dr. Friday. I am helping the nation, and I'm teaching them to understand the true nature, the nexus, the core of what forgiveness is. However you want to apply that to politics, that's up to you. Let me talk forgiveness. So he's there on the cross, and he made himself vulnerable. That's the first word I introduced. Forgiveness embraces vulnerability, which is hard, and people don't want to be vulnerable. So we could mouth forgiveness, but to practice it in making yourself vulnerable, we will not do it. Because look what happened. He is there on the cross, and they're doing things to him, and they don't care. They don't acknowledge. Now, listen to me carefully. Yeah? They don't acknowledge that they're doing something wrong. They think that they're doing him right. They are causing him extreme pain, and continuously also, they're getting at him. And no sorrow, no repentance, no acknowledgement, no coming to their senses, no saying to themselves, you know what I did was wrong. But posturing, in those days, if they had cell phones, some of them might have even posed and take a selfie next to the cross. So they're gambling for his garment. I mean, they're callous. And he's watching all of this. And this is what he says, without them asking for forgiveness, without them acknowledging, without them begging for forgiveness, without them admitting that they've done anything wrong, he says, Father, forgive them. They don't even know what they do. So that's the second aspect of forgiveness. Pure forgiveness and the idealistic forgiveness is that you will have to forgive people. If you're going to embrace forgiveness, you're going to have to forgive people who are callous and don't acknowledge that they're doing you wrong, and they don't fess up, and they don't care, and they might even posture even more and hurt you even more. But the true forgiveness is I'm not going to wait for someone to make the first move. But I am going to be the genesis of the thing. I'm going to be progenitor of forgiveness. I am going to be the model. I am going to be the model of forgiveness. Nobody is asking me to forgive them. Nobody is acknowledging that they did me wrong. Nobody is hurting. Nobody is saying that they hurt me and begging and approaching me. But I am going to be the one to do it. That's what Jesus. Again, I'm not talking politics. No. Because you cheapen it when you look at how it is modeled and you pick on one. Let me talk about forgiveness. How you want to apply it, you apply it. It makes you vulnerable. And then you have to be the progenitor. You have to be the one to initiate it. Here's another thing about the forgiveness that is taught in the Bible and should be practiced. And this is what true forgiveness is, which is why I go back to what I said earlier, Bing. You could talk forgiveness and you could tell people forgive, but forgiveness is a real hard thing. So the third thing I'm going to talk about, about forgiveness, which makes it really hard, is that true forgiveness means that you treat something as if it never happened. Did you hear what I just said? You treat it like it never happened. So when you go about referencing biblical stuff and all of that, and you pull them in, you have to unpack it. Not on the periphery, not on the surface. Say, oh, the Bible says to forgive. Unpack the thing and see what is meant. And the biblical model of forgiveness is this. If you're going to forgive, and I know this is hard to swallow because it doesn't digest well for people listening to me. Because the human construct of forgiveness cannot comprehend what I'm about to say. But there's a human construct and a human understanding and a human ease and comfort of forgiveness. You want to practice what is humanly comfortable. But the divine construct of forgiveness, which requires more, we're not willing because it's unpalatable. But the divine construct of forgiveness, I hope my nation, I hope St. Vincent, I hope you're listening to me. The divine construct of forgiveness is that you have to treat the thing as if it never happened. And the human construct will tell you that is dotish, that is foolish, and that is setting yourself up for risks. And I know rationally, I know where you're coming from. How could you have in a relationship where you get beaten day and night? People have done you all kind of wrong, and you have served well, you've been a good intimate partner, but all you get is just pain and licks. How can you forgive and treat it as if it never happened? You're dotish. That's what the human construct will say. You're dotish. People have wronged you in all kinds. Every opportunity you give them, and they stab you in the back. Every opportunity. How could you treat that as if it never happened? You went to night school. That's what somebody will ask you. No, you had to wake up. That's what the human construct will tell you. Wake up. Don't let people take advantage of you. But the divine construct of forgiveness, which we find very hard to practice, but which must be practiced. People listen to me, please. Listen to me. The divine construct, which is really hard, and I don't think you will buy it, but it's there, is to forgive the way God has forgiven you. And the Bible says when he forgives us, he remembers our transgressions. Listen this. No more. He remembers our transgressions no more. He remembers our transgressions no more. He puts them away. He blots them out. That's the biblical word. He blots them out and he puts them away as far as the east is from the west. And he treats you as if you have never sinned. In fact, there's a fancy word we use in theology that is called justified. He justified us. What justified means? It means, listen to this, justified, never sinned. Justified, never sinned. Just as if I had never sinned. Justified, never sinned. Justified, never sinned. So that's what forgiveness is. And then I'm almost done. And then Peter now, learning from the master, Peter having his human construct of forgiveness and encountering Jesus with a divine construct of forgiveness, Peter said, all right, Okay, that kind of hard. All right, if I forgive, how often should I do this? And Jesus says 70 times 7. Which means if they do it to you over and over and over and over again, you have to you just have to forgive. And the point of forgiveness now, and then I'll close. There's a point to forgiveness. Forgiveness is not just to check off the record and say, okay, I've forgiven, I'm moving on. No, Bing, no. I've checked that box. I've forgiven you and move on. No, I dot the I cross the T. No, forgiveness. Forgiveness has an instrumental intent. Forgiveness is not done in and of itself and for itself. Forgiveness, my people, is done for a greater and higher order. God didn't just forgive us because we wronged him and just leave us. Forgiveness was the instrument that was used to put us back in relationship with God. Forgiveness is the catalyst, therefore. Forgiveness is the catalyst to restoring relationships. So if you say you forgive, but relationships are not restored, that is not forgiveness, because forgiveness is not in and of itself as a separate and detached entity. And people don't get it. They forgive. They say forgive and move on. Forgive and move on. No, forgiveness is not a detached entity. Forgiveness is something that should lead to something else. That's why forgiveness is instrumental. Forgiveness is an instrument of healing, and that's what our nation needs. Not to say I've forgiven you, but relationships are not restored. What if God had forgiven, but our relationship with God was not restored? Forgiveness is the premise that forgiveness is that it should lead to restored relationship. And you're not going to have one without the other. So don't tell me you have forgiven me if relationships absolutely not restored. And then Luke 14:27, I think it's Luke 14:27. But for those who are Christians, because not all of you, I say this, you have not come to that point yet. So some don't believe or practice the Bible. But for those who do, for what it's worth, let me say this. Luke 14:27, well, you all know what it is. If you do not forgive, not in a human construct, not in the human construct and understanding of forgiveness, but in the way I have unpacked forgiveness today. That if you don't forgive, neither will my heavenly Father forgive. So there it is, being. And apply that now how you will. But you see this putting the cat before the horse and talking the politics and the relationship between Dr. Forte and Dr. Gonzalez.
I'm not putting the cat. I don't think I've done that. I think I use that to illustrate forgiveness, but that's a different topic. We don't have time to get into that right now. Thank you, Doc.
Bing. Did you get anything from what I said about forgiveness?
I was about to say, I truly learned what you said about forgiveness and how real forgiveness is.
And how hard it is to do it God's way. It's easy to do it the human way, but how hard it is to do it in the way it was intended to be done.
Yes, I certainly did. Thank you very much, Doc.
Very good.
Dr. Richards, as per usual. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for understanding. I'm coming in late again this morning. You know it is. It's this time of the year. And thank you very much.
I'm happy you're getting the ads, Bing.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Have a blessed day, a wonderful day, and a safe day, everyone. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Guys, listen, I don't know how I did this morning. I had a horrible night last night. I also had a sugar dropping situation where my sugar dropped. But I was determined to be here this morning. I was determined that I had to be in this morning, as I am and as I have been for the past months. So That's why if you hear me sound in a particular way, if you see my eyes a particular way, someone looked at my eyes this morning and said, I could see something in your eyes, and that was it. Yeah. But I had to be here this morning, as I would be here tomorrow morning, God's willing. Have yourself a great day today. And remember, as Dr. Richard say, forgiveness. Forgive. I'm going to go outside and I'm going to forgive Mario. Shady. I hope he's listening. Is he out there listening in the lobby? Yeah, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to genuinely forgive him. I'm going to go and genuinely forgive him. So I really do hope that our leaders, our families, our communities can, if not from me, because I think it would have came better from Dr. Richards, his explanation of it. You know, I really, really do hope that they can use Dr. Richards' explanation and his unpacking of forgiveness. I know SVG TV at times uses his commentary, and I really do hope that they use this one so that the nation can get more and understand more of forgiveness. As to my friend Dr. Gonsalves, he's still going to be my friend, and I think I'm still going to be his friend. And as Stephen said, if you've got a friend and you think that that friend is not doing something right, you have a responsibility to let that person know. And I think that I had to do it, especially when I heard last Thursday what I heard in the House of Parliament. I took the time out and I sat down yesterday, and it was a tedious operation, tedious time to get the clips and all of that. And I had to do it because I thought that as a nation, given where we are, you know, it's got to start from the top. You know, I don't want to say that fish rotten from the head down. I don't want to say that, and I'm not going to say that. But please, you know, we can't be asking people to be tolerant and be forgiving and all of that in terms of settling differences instead of going the ultimate and going far distances when we ourselves, with our own relationships, have not done that. All right, on behalf of my DJ Shady, say goodbye.
Hope everyone have a great day.
Well, you sound like if you have something in the chest. Now, come on, man.
Sound like I did.
No, you don't. Come on.
That's done.
Thank you very much. Come on. You know what I mean? Thank you very much. Have yourself a great day, folks. We love you. God.
Shopping at CK Graves for the holidays.